Hello, I'm Dr. Roderick Little, Director of Bands here at Jackson State University. So the atmosphere of the vet is literally second to none. By being a part of the Jackson State University fabric and families as a student and now as a director, I've had the opportunity to experience it from many different levels. And it's something that you just cannot recreate. I don't care if you're a part of HBCU or the PWI. And so when you mix the Sonic Boom of the South and the football team and all of the synergy that we create amongst each other and between each other, you're not going to get that in any atmosphere or any stadium. We have an outstanding team with Coach T.C. Taylor under the leadership of A.D. Ashley Robinson. We are all coin to make sure that we elevate the profile of this illustrious institution that we all love, which is Jackson State University. And so when you mix the energy of the Sonic Boom of the South and when you mix that grit and that swagger of the Jackson State University football team, that's going to cause an ingredient that you cannot recreate anywhere else. And then I didn't even mention, when you sprinkle the atmosphere of the vet with 60,000 fans of our alumni, all of our friends and constituents of Jackson State University, all of those elements coming together, that's just something that, again, cannot be recreated. And we want to make sure that everybody that's connected to Jackson State University, they go out and they support our student athletes and also make sure that we support our student musicians as well. So we're coming to a stadium near you, the best stadium in FCS. It's the Jackson State University Sonic Boom of the South and the Jackson State University football team. You can purchase your tickets at gojsutigers.com/tickets. Don't miss out. We want to see you there. Go Tigers and love the Boom.
Day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million, September to August. Let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the show. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and everybody know that we live. What's going on, fellas? What's happening, man?
What's up, man? What up, TD? What up, Nasty D? I love fam.
Yeah.
Good evening, fellas. Good evening, Tiger Nation. Feel good, man. Feel good. How was y'all day?
Oh, man, my day was great, man. Yeah, it was another day in paradise, bro. We you know, election results, I guess, are in, and you know, the world decided what they were gonna do, and shit, life goes on, brother.
Thanks. What up, KT Doug? I'll speak to you before you go to sleep.
Well, okay, Dub. Yeah, it was an eventful day, man. You know, I kind of stayed up a good bit.
I'm good, man. I'm just a little annoyed right now. I'll be all right. Go ahead.
I just stayed up a little late last night, you know, obviously about the election, and you know, this kind of hit a little different for me, you know, because when we do these, it's a significant amount of time that goes by because we're talking every 4 years, and you know, having to explain to a young teenager, you know, yesterday the remnants and about it, and just trying to think, Ken and I have kind of had these talks in the past about, you know, I'm 40. I'm not getting in the weeds on this, but you know, as you guys know, I'm 46. Ken's a little bit younger than me, and you know, a little while ago, Ken and I, we tend to talk and reflect on the past, but also we talk about the future and where we are in our life and what the next 10 years are going to look like for us. You know, we've kind of had those kind of conversations, and just thinking last night, you know, like what this election does. But I do want to say to all of you who can actually hear my voice, just know that, you know, no matter who's in office, you know, God is in control and you are the master and creator of your fate. So, you know, we don't put any of our, you know, end all be all into any type of, you know, entity, whether it's a president or a senator or a house or anything local. You know, get out here, and Black people have been striving through the worst, you know, since we've been in this country. So just get up, man, do your thizzle, you know what I'm saying? Focus on yourself, and man, let's strive and get better every day. That's it.
GD, you want to go?
Oh yeah, mine's simple. I try to stress about. I always tell you I don't stress about things I control. I make sure my household good, people around me. I try to deal positive, give people positive advice, and I take positive advice. I ain't watched that election. I went to sleep. I watched Valley and peer review. I was hoping for one of those, you know, Obama thing. You know, I went to sleep. You know, when President Obama won, I woke up. I was shocked. So I got shocked. I looked on that headline on that phone, like, okay, so I just, you know, went over. But you know, you got to prepare yourself for whatever. At the end of the day, it's your domain that you have to make sure that you control, and that's all you can do. And you got to pray and definitely have patience. So, you know, adding on to what Zoe said, you definitely got to know, and it can't be a cliche just by saying that God is in control. You got to let him be in control. I mean, when people say stuff out the way to you, people look at you funny, you know, you hear whatever rhetoric you hear on the news, you just can't let that overwhelm you and consume you. You have to keep pushing, you know, because it's going to happen. And I knew it was far-fetched. I mean, you look at the NIL stuff. People constantly change the rules on us. They constantly push the goalposts back. What makes you think this is going to be any different?
Interesting. I agree with the sentiments of both of you guys. I was curious to see how it was going to go. You know, I mean, it would have been cool to see America elect the first Black woman, you know what I mean, into office. But it was a tall order to begin with. For those who exercise their right to vote, you know, all you can do is what you can do. You know what I'm saying? I think I put a tweet out there. I believe that, man. America showed us who we. It ain't no different. I mean, it's a racist country, bro. I mean, let's just call it what it is. But we know that though. We've lived in amongst racism and fascism, and not really fascism, but mostly misogyny. A lot of that good stuff, man. I mean, some people just, you know, you vote how you vote. I'll say the physical side of it, and then I'll get to the, you know, my spiritual, you know, significance of it all. Because in the end, if there was never a time to Black folk to unify, I think it'd be a time would be now. I think it ain't no more clearer time than to be. But what do we do with it? What do we do with the anger, the frustration, the hurt? If the anger, frustration, and hurt doesn't motivate us to unify and collaborate collectively, positively, then it's a waste of time anyway. So I want to say this, and I mean this, and I mean this carefully, because I'm gonna run right into something, because I get annoyed when, I keep to myself, man. You know what I'm saying? I keep to myself, and I try to really stay straight and narrow on a lot of things. This platform is an example of that. I want to make this clear while both of y'all on the screen. If I wanted this platform to be about Ken, I would have just been the only person on the screen. All right. I had a chance to do that a long time ago. So I elected not to do that because it ain't about me. And I say that and I live that. So we created this thing into a group. And I think sometimes people tend to get they get a little beside themselves and kind of forget that. I don't play with my name or nobody else's name. So if my name get brought up in some, I have no other recourse but to speak to that. And so I saw all the chatter that was kind of out there on social media. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to try to take advantage of it. You know what I mean? And let people understand something. I don't bust back a lot of times because it is a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? We just went on the JSU wall for donors, and I just want people to understand this platform is not just about being on YouTube. It's way bigger than that. If it was just about being on YouTube, I would have probably gave this shit up a long time ago, if we're being honest, because we do real work and we got a real mission that we after. And my hope is that we take this platform and we grow it to a point to where it's at a place where we can be an example in these HBCU streets on how to unify, collaborate, and do things and navigate through bullshit. Okay? Because I want people to understand, y'all don't know everything that we have to deal with out this screen, man. In the political shit we got to navigate through when it comes to getting things done, especially when you're dealing with Black people, okay? Especially when you're dealing with an HBCU. And divide and conquer has always been a method of us for a very long time. So I chose to make this platform KC-1400 Media Group. And I chose to change it from Ken Clark 1400 for a reason. We have a nonprofit now. We have a business now. We have sponsors now. We've donated over $100,000 to Jack State since we got this started. All thanks to everybody that support this platform. And I just appreciate the support. I want to say that now. Because I feel like it's the right time to say that. So in the midst of all of that, I feel like I wanted to capitalize on some of the momentum that was out there. Let folks understand that we got shirts. We got that. Today is the last day to pre-order that TD's Golden Fish. Look, we dropped the video. TD went all the way back to 9/11/2023. The show where we went to Southern and TD ran off from us, and me and Zoe were trolling the crap out of him because he ran off and snuck and ate all the damn fish and jambalaya up and didn't tell us nothing. So a year later, we still mad at him now. And he still don't tell us where the fish be at. We just learn to just deal with it. So it really is TD's Golden Fish because so you got any fish? We had to go get our own fish. TD don't still. I'm joking. I'm joking when I say that.
I ain't get no fish in my tailgate last week.
Now, with that being said, it's a lot of things we got going on. We got a big fundraiser coming up, and I just want to tell you ahead of time, if you can get there, you need to be there because we will be partnering with Jackson State Athletics in 2025 in a major way. Oh yeah. Because this is the thing, bro. And I'm still on what happened yesterday. You know what I got from this? I gotta say this, y'all, because I'm not mad about nothing. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. TD I gotta share this with y'all, bro. And I'm gonna say it now. Yeah, I told TD on Monday night that you grabbed the shirt, by the way, just FYI. Shout out to Blue for getting one of them shirts. And I'm gonna put that on the screen in just a second. But listen, went to Bible class, and you know what? The message was very clear. And I shared this with everybody I talked to today. and I'll do it in a synopsis form, just the way God uses evil. TD, you said something. Sometimes evil is an asset to God, right? He created evil. You get what I'm saying? And honestly, he has a way to draw you unto him. All I got from this whole thing is that if you confused, you don't, whatever you feeling, I feel like God put us all in a place where we're gonna have to look to him. And we're gonna have to run towards him, because the world ain't gonna give you what you're looking for. So if in this life only, that's what the Bible says, if in this life only you have hope in Christ or the Messiah, you are of all men most miserable. So in the end, the only reprieve you get, man, is that if you really, but like TD just said, it ain't just lip service, man. You really got to live that and believe that. And I'm gonna tell you, it don't make no difference who in office. Now it's gonna be uncomfortable, because I got 4, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, I got kids, man. And at the end of the day, especially girls, you know, I would have loved, I had to have a conversation with my daughter. Reached out to me, Dad, what's your thoughts on this? But that was cool though, because look, it's a conversation now. We get to have dialogue. So all you can do is control your attitude and pertaining to what happens around you, and then you just go forward with it. But I'm good, man. In the end, just don't expect me to be riled up for no groups that decided to vote against their own interests. You're on your own, bro. I'm just telling you that now. I ain't getting worked up for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my FUBU season now. For us, by us, and I mean that. And I mean that literally. So
you know what, man? I hadn't really talked about it, but you kind of said something. And you know, I'm as open-minded as can be, but I think probably for the first time in my life, man, I kind of want to distinguish this thing for all Black folk to let's no longer say people of color.
Oh no, I ain't trying to hear that.
We're Black folk, because and I'm saying this as a Black man to all the Black people who can actually hear me. There's a time now to draw a line in the sand, and we gotta, by all accounts, work together, come together, grow together. But I'm telling you, on this day, as of yesterday, there is no more people of color, and we learned it. We already knew it, but a line was drawn last night, and we're no longer people of color. It's Black folk, Black people,
Man,
and we need to marinate in that. We need to put some, as my girl would say, put some resin on it, marinate on it, and we need to grow. We need to work together. We need to stop killing each other. We're the only race on this planet that moves the way that we do. We need to unify, work, learn how to. Why
they're able to do that? You know why they're able to do that, bro? Is because one thing that this country banks on is lack of Black unity. We're not unifying in no case.
And we aren't. But that's the thing. We need to come together. We need to fight. But above all else, before we even get to that, we have to learn crisis management and whatever is anger management. We have to learn a way to handle crises a correct way, in a diplomatic way. Gun violence, just because of any ignorant excuse or any ignorant reason, is not the way. We got to put the guns down. We got to, as men, hash it out, work it out, man, and grow. But Black people, we got to come together. I had no intention of saying this, but Ken, you just said something, and it kind of it struck a nerve. But man, Black people, we got to come together. We got to unify and work as a unit. And for anybody that can hear my voice, I hope it sparks somebody else. Bro does work, you know what I'm saying? TD's a good dude, and I am who I am. But man, as men, as a people, we got to come together.
Let me say this about drawing a line in the sand. I live by principles, man, and I stand on my principles. Man, if you rocking with fruitgazy stuff, man, that stuff that I just don't vibe with, it go for everybody. I mean this. I'm on. It's going to be a hard separation from a lot of people, a lot of things, and just because you just have to. You have to, because in the end of the day, I ain't listen again. We've been down this road before. And it ain't much going. I mean, at the end of the day, you do what you got to do. We're gonna get up much. We're gonna get up. We're gonna grind it out. We're gonna do the best we can, take care of our family. Because in the end, man, you really should be putting up your stock, man, into what's on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And I know it probably ain't the thing that people want to hear, but that's really what I got out of all of this. It ain't gonna get no better. I mean, I don't think it would have gotten. This may not be popular, but I don't think it would have got a whole lot better if Kamala would have became the president. So, I mean, it would have been cool to see, but we don't know what type of stuff we would have seen. But at the end of the day, that's all I really have on the political stuff, man. I'm kind of out on it. Y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't look for me to, you know, the sing hoorah in the other stuff, man, that don't pertain to me and mine. So that's really all I got on that, man. But I would hope that we would unify. I would hope that we would, you know, we would come together collectively. But you know what I'm saying? We gotta put action. It's easy to say.
Right.
It's easy to say, but you know, the minute something ain't going my way, I really had to. I'm only speaking for me, man. This was a more of a gut check for me. This was a look in the mirror type situation for me, man. Just kind of, I wasn't handling it very well initially, and I just had to be honest about it and just realize that I was out of step with God's sovereign will. Because obviously, if it happened, is what He wanted to happen, and ain't nothing broke now. I just want to make sure I put that out there. And from my own understanding, I don't feel like nothing is broke, because what I mean by that is that even the brokenness of how jacked up it is, I just don't believe that in my belief system that it's out of God's hand. Sometimes you got to understand that He uses chaos in order to move His will and His purpose in the direction He wanted to go. So it's up to you, you know, not up to you, but you got to look to Him for that guidance and that understanding. So that's all I have on that, man. My goal is to be really to just display His nature and His character. And sometimes you have folks that really try you, but you have necessary evils out there, you know, antagonists, and you know, you have opposition, and really it starts within yourself more than anything. But it is what it is, man. That's all I got on that. I'm not gonna really go down that road of, you know, that political road. You know, but the election was just the results came in today, but you know, I know they're still counting, but election was yesterday. We did what we had to do. Those of you that exercise your right to vote, cool beans. The world told you what it already was. I'll leave you with a James Baldwin quote. I put it out there today. To be relatively conscious as a Black man in America would mean you would have to be angry almost every day. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it is. It's been that way. It was that way before that. The only thing that the reason we say that is because when you start seeing people waking up, you're waking up, people being openly bigoted. It's just an uncomfortable environment for those that, you know, for Black folk. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be all right though. We'll be all right.
Well, I'll say this. You know, Ken, you know, so you made great points about us coming together. And you said something along the lines, you know, about it sounding good. And I agree with both of you guys' points. But here's the thing. We're talking about it and being about it. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the time, the biggest people we need to reach out to are these younger people. Can they be reached? You know, you have to reach out to them. I mean, but then it's so much more deeper than just saying we got to put the guns down, we got to come together, because a lot of the stuff, you know, come from you know what I'm saying, household, you know, the way things are, and trying to reach out to younger people is what the key would be for us putting the guns down, because that's the answer. You know, you can't even fight nobody no more and win that fight and expect to live. That's just it, because there's always revenge coming, no matter what way you look at it. Far as, you know what I'm saying, far as us coming together, that sounds great. But man, you got some people out there that's the same color people, whatever you want to see, just look down on us worse than other people, because they feel like they made it and they eating out the pot. So man, and then the last point I would make, you get to talk, you know, you get to look into the 7 years of tribulations. So the reason I didn't stress about a lot of this stuff is because it has to happen. It's written.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's written, God's word is not wrong. He hadn't been wrong, never will be wrong. So when you look at it from that aspect, and you constantly pray, like I said, to have belief in what you are saying and what you are trying to do and what the goals are, and you understand and study God's word, you know what I'm saying? You know, the control is not yours. So it has to happen. So the only thing you can do is prepare yourself the best you can for whatever your religion is, whatever your belief is. I'm not, enrolled with it. That's all it is to it. I mean, it's because this is such a broad spectrum to look at.
Oh yeah, without question. Without question, it's broad. And you're right. You're right. That's what it is, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, spot on. It is written, and I would even venture to say, just could get worse. So buckle up.
Buckle up.
Buckle up, man. And at the end of the day, lip service don't mean nothing. How you living, bro?
How you living?
Say what you want to say. Saying all that, the fuzziness, man. How do you live, man? What's inside of you, and that's really what's the essence of it anyway. So, hey, be about what you're talking about, man. That's the goal. So we good, man. We gonna get into some stuff tonight. I just wanted to, have that moment, man. Express yourself, get it out. I don't need it harboring it, holding in, and it's all right. Be honest with yourself. If you feel off, like you said, TD, hey man, you may have to meditate. Go in your quiet place, man, and look to God. Go to God for understanding to make you at peace. Preacher told us like this one time. There's a lot of things that happen in God's will. You may not like it, but you do have to accept it.
So you know what, King? Last thing I say on this, I had someone at work. You know what I'm saying? And if you can have an open conversation with me about this, I have an open conversation with you and understanding. But the person asked me what is most of our problem with the elect, and I was speaking on the rhetoric, and I say until you have walked in my shoes or my ancestors' shoes, you're not gonna understand the rhetoric that we're hearing and what we're seeing. Especially when you look at America, you look at history, we understand that history repeat itself. You look at what was said before they left the first time. You look at what was said during the campaign. You look at what positive can be. And so some of the a small bit of the confirmation came to me when I was leaving the gym. I was listening to the Black Information News station, and it was talking about how police had an encounter with a fan in Georgia at the Georgia game, and they were telling him he can move. It was a white officer and a black officer, and the officer nudged him to tell him he couldn't be there. He had to move, and he called the man the N-word, which is the point I was trying to make. People are more brazen now in that situation because they see where wrong look like right and right look like wrong, and people with wrong is getting away with it. So that's gonna cause a clash. That's the foreseeing of it in my eyes. So,
ain't nobody getting away with nothing.
Well, I'm saying in the earthly realm.
No, I know what you mean. I'm speaking on nobody gets away with anything, but I get you though.
Yeah, but
keep going. I ain't even cut you off.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean that's basically it. And be honest, last thing I say, if I were to say I had a fear, it's not a fear, it's a thought.
Yeah,
it'd be more so of a civil war, to be honest with you.
I thought about that.
Because I'm it's only so much you're gonna say to me.
TD, I'm right there with you, bro, because this is what you don't know. You don't know what you're gonna encounter.
Right.
I mean, you really don't know. It can be as simple as going to the grocery store and somebody snatching a buggy and say, "Get out of my way, Ian." I'm telling you, you don't know where this could go. You know what I'm saying? We ain't lived in those times. We saw videos, we read about those things, and this is why like fascism and bigotry and racism is a dangerous thing, especially when you fit the bill of who it is that affected by it. You follow what I'm saying? So I watched a video of a white gentleman sitting down with an Asian gentleman that a friend of mine sent. He basically, it's best to leave that alone. I'm not going down that road. That's a rabbit hole. And I mean, I get it. I'm not really. My only thing is that you just have to. I'll say this right here, family. This is what I'll say. Just we're gonna have to have the right. We got to have God's character in us, man. Long suffering, patience. You know what I'm saying, and those types of things to be able to war with what some of the things that you just may encounter throughout your day, and it ain't no telling what that might look like. You know what I'm saying, and that's the thing that I'll say this before, and I promise y'all I'm done because it's a reality of mine. I woke up y'all this morning, right? California have windstorms. Y'all hear me? Bro, it was so windy outside. I thought the side of the house was finna fall off. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about hurricane level winds with no precipitation, windstorms. Look them up. It's still windy. I went and walked today, bro. The wind was so strong that it damn near pushed me over. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? And it comes in spurt. All right. So check this out. What am I talking about? It's a little chilly outside. What's the temperature right now? I tell y'all right now. Right now, the temperature here is it's 60. With a wind chill, it feels like it's about 50. I got my public figure, my gray Jack State hoodie on, right? So I got my J hat on, but the wind is blowing so hard, bro. I gotta put my hoodie on my head. So I got on a hoodie, a ball cap, and sunglasses, walking around a suburban neighborhood in Rancho Cucamonga, California. And I swear for cheese and crackers. You hear me? I swear to y'all, I had a thought about 4 times. Man, I hope don't nobody be coming through this neighborhood feeling like, look at this big old black joker walking around with this hood on. And I had to give thought to the fact that
Trayvon Martin.
Bro, I swear to you, I wish I didn't have to think that way. But again,
it's our reality.
It's the reality. If you don't know what it's like to have those thoughts, then you don't get why we're saying we got to deal with this crap. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only point. If I had to like put into words how you kind of wish you didn't have to think about certain things, but unfortunately, because of what you know you look like, you kind of know you got to be a little careful. So every so often, TDI, I throw that hoodie back and kind of, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I walk with neighborhood all the time. But just today, you know, who knows? I don't know who live around me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who voted. I know California's a blue state, but you get what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can. So Aqua said something that I wanted to highlight, but I'm not going to. The only thing I would say to you, I understand that point. But you know, my mom used to tell me, she said, boy, it only take a few seconds to get in trouble and a lifetime to get out. Is that what you're talking about? Is that going to be your answer? Is that going to cause you more harm or good?
But listen, hey, man.
And this is what I'm referring to. What cause you more harm or good? I'm not opposed to it, but is that the answer? I mean, they're gonna solve it for a minute, but then what about the rest of your life?
That's right. Well, here's the thing, man. I am not oblivious to the fact that what's for you is for you. I really believe that what's in the cards for you, you're not gonna be able to avoid that. Whatever God has scripted for your life, you're gonna meet that hook, line, and sinker. It just ain't no way around that, because you can put burglar bars around your house and try to protect somebody from coming in there, get you, and he'll just touch your heart. And you just poof, kill over. You know, that it doesn't, whatever's for you is for you. I get that. But I'm just telling y'all the stuff you kind of got to be like, I mean, just, you know what I'm saying? You have to think about it. You have to think about it. So anyway, that's just what it is. All we're saying is that we don't want to live in a climate that's racially charged, man, like a really, really highly racially charged situation that could lead to a lot of the crazy policies, like, you know, a lot of the things that bro was saying, that the dude was saying, man. The president-elect said a lot of crazy things, you know what I'm saying? And now when you have, you know, the House, the Senate, you have the Supreme Court, you got a lot of things. You look at some of the systems that's in place, Department of Education, Roe v. Wade, abortion, women's rights. It's a lot of things that was on the ballot, man, that you know are going to be pretty much attacked. So, but again, white people are who they are. You know what I'm saying? If they big, if not saying all whites are bigots, I'm not saying that, but there's a lot of other groups that are close to white, and they voted against their own interests because of proxy. And it's just like, all right, you know, if you have to deal with that, then you just got to deal with it. So we love talking about Jackson State, but in the end, Jackson State is a HBCU. You know, we hope that we did, you know, Mississippi is a red state. We the same jokers that have been giving us hell over at 1400 J.R. Lynch, when they back in office, look, the mayor of Jackson is indicted on charges. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people it's a lot of shit that's happening right now. You know what I mean? I saw his statement today, and he said, look, man, this is a political attack. And look, innocent until proven guilty. That's my mentality. I'm not putting guilt on nobody. Hell, Brett Favre stole money, and we all know he took it to hell. He out there talking about God is a Republican. So he had the campaign. So at the end of the day, everybody deserve their day in court, and, you know, give them a chance to beat whatever, because we know what's at play. Ain't no way you can be from Jackson, see what's happening around you, and not be real about what you see happening. But don't have that mentality where you feel like just because it's somebody that look like you, they guilty until they prove that they're innocent. Now, we tend to do that to each other. Let due process run its course, and it'll be what it's going to be. So I'm done with it, y'all. Y'all got anything else you want to touch on? We can jump into what we came to talk about. I just had to put that out there, man. It's inevitable. We have to touch on it, and we'll open it up. If y'all got something y'all want to touch on later on, we can. But let's jump into these preliminaries, man. We got a football game this weekend, Mississippi Valley.
Senior
work, huh?
Senior day.
Yep. Seniors will be the last time they'll be putting that Jackson State uniform on. Well, no, it won't. It won't be the last time in the vet. It'll just be their senior day, because we're gonna host that SWAC championship. In case you didn't know, we're gonna host that SWAC championship game. But anywho, let's jump into it, man. Friends of KC-1400 Inc. is our nonprofit organization. You can donate to our foundation via Givelify. Friends of KC-1400 Inc. Come support the seniors. That's right. We've done a lot of things with Friends of KC-1400 Inc. And it is the parent organization that provides the KC-1400 collective division, which will allow us to do our NILs in 2025. So yeah. Shout out to our channel sponsors, Cannon Toyota of Vicksburg, Cannon Nissan of Jackson. Shout out to Will, brother Will Payton over in Nissan. Y'all go holler at Will if you need something. If you need a Nissan, got some dope vehicles, holler at him. He's right there off Gallatin Street. So we're looking to have an event at Cannon Nissan at Jackson in 2025. So appreciate Will, appreciate brother Billy over at Toyota of Vicksburg, Cannon, and appreciate brother Timothy Poe and Terrence Miles. If you need a great vehicle, they can go find you one as well. Automasters06.com, 601-927-7794. And last but not least, we want to shout out Dr. Ted, Shout RX, man. Been a great supporter and absolute amazing just figure in the Jackson State space, man. So thank you, Dr. Ted. Man, we just hit 6,500 subscribers on the 4th, and we're proud of that. grassroots efforts to grow this channel. Thank you to everyone who is a subscriber. Appreciate everybody that that appreciates the content. And fellas, we just hit 2.5 million views on the channel, man. As of today, via vidIQ, a little over that, but give yourselves a pat on the back, man, because we this channel is a niche channel. We cover Jackson State. That's it, you know. And as I put in, you know, in the whatchamajig, in the
scripture.
Any HBCU topics that's related to us having to talk about Jackson State, we'll touch on a little bit of that. But y'all know why we're here, and you know what you come here for. So shout out to everybody, man, that has checked out the content. We on upward, man. We on our way to 3 million views. So we appreciate everybody. Thoughts on this, fellas?
Nah, man, kudos. I saw it earlier. Saw it retweeted, man. It's a big accomplishment, man. Just knowing when there was one view and knowing and remembering what that was, you know what I'm saying? Knowing and remembering what you know what I'm saying, that first trip to Miami, you know what I'm saying? Going live and what that looked like. And still remembering it really, really fresh to 2.5 million views. So that's it's a long way to go, man. So kudos, man. Kudos. Onward and upward.
I mean, I think it's a great mark, you know, and we still got over to go. But what's kind of scary to me is knowing that 2.5 has seen my face. It's kind of scary to me, man. But hey, I'm kidding, but that's
probably 1.5 saw your face. I mean, you jumped in the middle. I mean, this is the life of the channel. So some of them you weren't on there, which is okay. But I'm teasing with you. So you might be a little off the hook. Maybe 2 million, bro. I'll give you 2 million. 2 million.
I don't know. Yeah. I wouldn't say the middle, but yeah. Anyway, whatever it is, man. I was joking. It is what it is, man. I think it's good.
I want to add this though, TD. I deleted a lot of videos off the channel, by the way. Like a lot of stuff in the beginning that just went. Once I rebranded this channel, it was a lot of shit I went back and looked at that I was doing in the beginning, and I just was like, yuck. So a lot of it too, if you're not a channel member, I turned it off. So you can't see everything. You know, if you're not a channel member, some of the videos you actually can't see that are still on the channel from way, 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 way back in the day. But keep going, bro.
Man, you're a mess.
From Drew Hill.
Oh yeah, I remember how that went down. Yeah, but it was cool, man. I mean, congratulations, you know, to the show. Congratulations to yourselves. Congratulations to, you know, for what we're trying to do as far as that JSU. So you know, good point. And oh yeah, Coach Lewis, I saw your last message, sir. Right on. But yeah, man. Good,
hey, you know what? We did have that Drew Hill photo.
Yeah, I mean,
that was the Legacy Bowl. It was about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
About 2 years ago. We got the Legacy Bowl coming up this year. We're gonna talk about that. Appreciate it, Big A. Yeah, man. We got a ways to go, man. Why you go back there for watching videos? And listen, man. Well, I'll say this to the, you know, when managing the channel, it was something I had to do, and I had to actually do it to every video, and it took a long time because I was like, damn. I mean, it's probably 600 videos. I don't know how many videos on this channel, but some of it I was just like, my goodness, man, because I know we've done about a good 2.5. The initial lives was mainly me going. I would do a lot of the reactions after the game. I stopped doing those. I mean, those are fire though, bro. Like I just honestly, I saw some data put out on the Twitter today, and I was like, man, I don't really do much for the chase view stuff. I just kind of do the content. At the end of the day, I wanted to live in the space a little bit more, because when the games are over, I enjoy being able to just talk and not have to run and sit on a screen, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I used to always do. And it was good stuff, man. That was mostly when Dion was our coach because everybody was watching Jackson State games. We were kicking everybody butt. So I would always run and get my reaction at the end. And then y'all remember when we was so I know we were, where were we at? Coral Gables.
Oh yeah.
Went to Cheesecake Factory. Bro, I couldn't even fucking eat food, man, because I'm too busy trying to go live. It was just never a moment to just be like, what we do now?
Go back last year, leave it Baton Rouge. Headed back to New Orleans.
Then we go to Wendy's, and that's why everybody was talking smack on that video, TD.
Yeah,
remember going to Wendy's after the fact.
We went live on the way back.
I know we did, but Mr. Brown told TD didn't eat because he was pulling fish out of his damn backpack. Hey, because TD sent me the video, bro. I was laughing so hard at that damn video, bro. It was like
it was really funny.
It was funny as hell, bro.
Yeah, and you know what? If you go back to the beginning of that video, that letter, that email that gentleman sent you that time. I mean, I watching, a good bit of that, man.
Bro, that live was 3 hours and 47 minutes. I said, yeah, hey, man, that was a long live, bro. Woo. But I'm just saying, we've come a long way, man. Shout out to you guys, bro. Shout out to the family. Shout out to all the supporters, man. Hey, man, last day, man. Go get the shirt, y'all. Stop playing, man. I need everybody. If you're in the chat, that's for real. Go to KC-1400media.com right now, man. Grab your t-shirt, man. The last day to pre-order, we're gonna pull all the orders tomorrow, man, and send them to the printer. Support the movement, man. This is get you one, man.
I don't know, TD will eat that one. That fish blood is hell on his stomach.
It's golden. Well, I mean, it's got more of a Jackson State colorway. You know what I'm saying? It's all right.
Out. No.
It's sold out.
No,
it can't be sold out. Let's see. Oh, did he stop the
Hey, so I'm tell you something about that video, bro. You jumped on that wagon with Ken. You know that was the case. You know I ain't forget about you, bro. Man, y'all was sitting out at the VIP section. I just went to Roman and bruh, I'm telling you.
You ain't wrong. You just feel like a dolphin. You was in the wind. Everybody knew you were gone. Came back talking about some damn jambalaya fish. We were like, well, you had jambalaya fish. And they told about it. Nothing. You ain't come back and say, hey, man, I got fish over here, fish over yonder. You said jambalaya over somewhere else.
Hey, I can't invite you to nobody else's house, man, to eat. It was a lot of us.
Hello, you said you can't invite nobody else, but you damn sure can invite yourself up.
Well, I stumbled upon it.
You stumbled?
Yeah,
Okay.
I stumbled upon it. I looked over there, man, and, it was good, man. I hope that the person that was watching, I know he said he come to Jackson sometime, man. I mean, that was fun, man. Joe, did you go back and watch that clip, bro? It was funny, man.
Yeah, I watched.
And then I'll watch you saying something about somebody need to throw up their hat.
Yeah, like the fool down in Mobile. That's the alert. Throw your hat up.
Man,
y'all give me just a second. I'm about to fix this now. Don't worry about it. I'm when the pre-order ends, it might just be showing sold out because they might have ended the pre-order a little early. I'm gonna open it back up and we'll just manually close it tomorrow.
Are you good? Well, look, while Ken doing that, y'all, as y'all know, excuse me, we got the home regular season finale coming up this weekend against Mississippi Valley State.
Hold tight on that, bro. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna set you up on that. Hold tight.
Hey, Zoe, look at this. Look at this fella right here, man. Look at this fella. He set me up, Joe. Let me tell you what he did. I had already talked to Brother Brazil, Hall of Famer, and we were good. Travis go whisper something in his ear, and I'm standing by the goalpost. He come get me. TD, come here. I want you to tell Robert Brazil something. So I go over there. Robert Brazil grabbed me by my backpack and my shirt and draw back the punch, man. I'm like, and Travis gonna say, that what you get for calling me out on the show when Ashley was on. I'm like, man, you know, it's all good. I mean, just when you think, you know what I'm saying, you know, you're working with a friend, it's all good. But Travis, you my guy, man. You my guy.
Man, listen. Man, if any one of y'all see Travis Jerome anywhere on campus, when y'all pull up to him, just say, hey, man, smile sometime.
Travis be having to go through all.
So I'm just telling all y'all, if any one of y'all see Travis Jerome anywhere, y'all make sure y'all walk up to him and say, hey, man, smile sometime. Because, man, when I saw him at the game, man, Travis, like somebody stole his bike. So, like, TD, he really did want to go punch on somebody.
Yeah, man. My baby gonna turn the lights off.
y'all see Travis Jerome. All y'all go up to him, say, man, smile sometime.
I know what I'm gonna do. Y'all give me just a second. I'll let y'all know.
See,
it should reflect it.
Oh, and look too. So we talking about merch, man. A brand that I love, man. Roots of Fight. Walter Payton family actually just partnered up with them again for the second time, but this time now they have a special edition Jackson State merch.
I bought the jumpsuit.
They actually I saw the merch in the campus bookstore, but the website, and they already have, you guys may have seen the Sweetness shirt that I've worn. That's where I got it from. They actually have Walter Payton is the only football player that they actually have on their site. And so they have a dope line of Walter Payton gear. And so Walter Payton family actually came back up. And so now they partnered up with him again, except this time they have Jackson State apparel, vintage, like retro Jackson State apparel. And it's really, really dope, you guys. Like I said, it's Roots of Fight. It's Root, ROOTS of fight.com, but also they're selling this same merch for a limited time at the campus bookstore.
Yeah, I grabbed it. I bought mine online where I could actually get the whatchamajig. Hey, but look, the merch is actually available, man. I just manually did some. So if you want to go ahead and cop a shirt, just go ahead and shop away. So you should, if you want to grab this shirt now, go to the website now, KC-1400media.com, and we'll go ahead and get that last wave of pre-orders in. Grab your shirt, man. Need everybody to grab one, man. Everybody grab you one. So appreciate y'all for the patience, man, on this. We're going to push this out, and we'll go from there.
And I want to say, as you grabbing the shirt, man, just have fun with it. I mean, this whole thing is fun. I mean, we enjoy each other. We enjoy laughing and having fun. I mean, everything can't be always serious. So, I mean, grab the shirt. It's a beautiful shirt. It's going to fit and wear nicely. I know it. And just have fun with it. That's what I'm doing. And I appreciate you guys purchasing. We appreciate you guys purchasing. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And Ken and Zoe, I want to say this. I know I'm not sure if AD Robinson watching or not, man, but I was a man of my word. I went on, signed up for the 40 by 40, and I donated to the building fund thing. I'm not sure, foundation. So
Building Champions Fund.
Yeah, Building Champion Fund. That's it. Donated to it and signed up for the 40 by 40. It's a plan. You know, they have a plan in place. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Calvin. I did. And then, it's some more stuff that I'm going to sign up for. So if AD came on, he was, he talked about what the plans are and, what they're looking to do and what the plans, that they plan to do with the money. So just kind of like, okay, let's do this. So I did, live up to being a man of my word and went on, signed up for everything. So.
All right, sales are open, man. Let's move on. Good stuff, TD. That's the
Hey, Mr. Young, you need Mr. Young, and what fish you cook, man? You need a few of those shirts, brother. Fanatics.
All right. They have kids as well as adults. It's on the website. Just go click the website, KC-1400media.com. Go to shop. Look for this shirt, and then it'll have 2 kid sizes all the way up to 4X. So yeah, go grab your shirt. Small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, 3X, 4X. Kids use, kids small, kids large, whatever you need.
5X, 6X2.
Huh?
I said 5X and 6X2.
We ain't got no 5 or 6X. It stop at 4.
Hey, you know, speaking of fish, we need to go buy See Let's Eat. Ain't that right, young?
Hey man, listen, that's right, man. Hey, listen, the link is in the website. Look, join the collective. I dropped that. That's actually in the link. We had one person to join tonight. So good stuff, man. Gotta love that, man. KC-1400collective.com. Join the collective. Coming up January 11th. Now, this actual Eventbrite event is pinned to the link, man. So grab your tickets now. Shout out to Aquay. I saw that Aquay went ahead and grabbed them a table. You know they're gonna be there, man. It's gonna be a hell of an event. We had another meeting tonight. Shout out to the Vicksburg Alumni Chapter. KT Dub rolling over to the Berg for the meeting and actually the planning of that. We finalizing some a comedian / host. And then we're gonna work on we got a DJ we finalizing as well as a musical act. So and we also finalizing who gonna do the cooking and the food, man. Cash bar, actually a cash bar, food, tons of food, live entertainment, commitment from our athletic staff, administration to be there. A lot of former players. This is a big deal, man. Big deal. And we also had some over homecoming, man. We had a hell of a time, man. We had some great conversations. Shout out to brother Jason Gibson, looking to bring him on board to partner with us in a major way with the collective. Shout out to Richard Bradley, who had a conversation with Kevin Dent, looking to do some major things.
Hey, brother George, I'm not sure if you was even trying to find us, bro. We ain't hard to find.
Hold on 1 second.
Yo. Echo.
Yeah. So yeah, man, grab that if you guys. And of course, we got sponsorships. We'll come back to that as we go into the week, man. This week, let's jump into some stuff, man. Jack State, enough of that. Volleyball was today. We had volleyball today. Tomorrow, we kick off the soccer event, and we got bowling on Friday, volleyball on Friday, another bowling event on Saturday. Men's basketball will be at High Point over in North Carolina on Saturday. Football against Mississippi Valley, women's basketball at East Tennessee State. And then Sunday bowling, and then and also volleyball. So we did have a volleyball matchup today. We whooped up on Valley just like we're gonna whoop up on them this weekend. Y'all just gonna have to get whooped up on all week. So shout out to my girl Karis Dove and them Lady Tigers over there, man, whooping them up, doing their thing on the volleyball. What up, Dad? What's up, big dog? It's my brother there, man. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we just grabbed somebody just grabbed the shirt. Good deal. Y'all go ahead and grab them shirts, man. Go ahead and grab them shirts. At work listening. Let's see what else we got going on over here. Appreciate you, D football girl. All right, let's roll, bro. Volleyball tournament tomorrow. We open up against Alabama A&M. First round, soccer. I meant soccer tournament. Looking forward to our ladies winning that bracket, man. Going on to the championship game. Coach Mo got his extension, but TD, we got a big commitment, man. Out of Boonville High School, man. 3-star, 6'6" forward, Mr. Kedrick Simmons. They won a state championship over there in Boonville, man. Had a ton of offers, man. Ton of offers, man. Big time pickup for Coach Mo as he tweeted. We got us another one. He is just. I'm talking about, bro. He is actually just doing his thing, bro. When it comes to recruiting.
Yeah, he really seemed like a laser focus. Ken, it's like, but this is 3rd year, man, and he feeling like you can see the confidence study, starting to, ooze out. He feel. I mean, I hear him speak on the game when they play Houston, and the respect that he have for Coach Sampson, and he feel that, hey, these games are tune-up games. Even though he admitted to, hey, it was a blowout, it was this and that, but his team is learning, his team is building. He feel like he really feel comfortable about his team, and you definitely can hear it in his speech.
Yeah, man. When you add the talent that he already just added 3 of the top 10 players in the state for this class with Tamarian Hoover, Dorian McMillan, who actually, I think he started that first game, but as well as Ebo. So when you bring in another young man like this, it takes time. That's right, Coach Lewis. It takes time to build a program. You get these young men in the program and you able to coach them up and build this program up with this type of talent and coming out of the state, TD, you got yourself something.
Right.
He's doing a hell of a job, which is what led to the reason I put the contract extended up there, because somebody may say, well, why? Look, man, I mean, when you look at what he's done from a recruiting standpoint, the health of the program is we're building something very special. Appreciate that order. Appreciate that order, man. Appreciate that order. Got another shirt order to come on in, man. Y'all grab that T-shirt, baby. Grab them T-shirts. Grab them Golden Fish T-shirts right now. Red now. Go grab them. Go grab them. Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that. But yeah, man, Kedrick is a stud, man. He's a senior, class of 2025. And he's a really good clay, man. He's got a lot of, you get him in your strength and conditioning program. You get his you get him trained up and coached up. He's got everything. He got all the tools, man. A lot of offers, CD. He had a ton of offers.
Yeah, man. He got what I like. What you and I both like are the bigs. Somebody to play down low. So he got some shooters. Now you got the bigs. I mean, I see his work. I see his work.
Yeah, and I just mentioned some of the offers, man. Mississippi State, Southern Miss, Ole Miss, Western Kentucky, Kennesaw State, Arkansas Pine Bluff, New Mexico State, Mercer, UIC, Tennessee Tech, James Madison, Jackson State, UAB,
Illinois, Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So big time offers, man. And he chose Jackson State. We're excited about it, man. So congratulations. We want to welcome Kedrick Simmons to the JSU Tiger family. Looking forward to following him throughout his season. That he he is joining Kobe Butler, coming the kid out of New Orleans, man, one of the top 4 kids out of the state of Louisiana. So another long, rangy wing, about 6'7", 6'8", 6'6", 6'7" kid that can, he can pretty much play inside, outside. When you start adding wings, TD, sitting around 6'3", 6'7", 6'7", 6'6", got a lot of good size, man. Got your shirt. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, great G to G. Hey, Ken, who's the young man? What position did the young man out of New Orleans play?
He's a wing. He's a wing, and he can go, man. I'll tell you his name right now. We talked about him on the show. Kobe Butler is his name. He's 6'7", small forward with a 6'11" wingspan. And he was ranked, he is committed to Jackson State. Kobe just got another shirt order, by the way. Appreciate y'all. Y'all get them shirt orders in, baby. Let's get them on in. TD, he was ranked in the updated rankings in the state of Louisiana. He's number 4 player out of the state of Louisiana.
Oh man, Coach Mo, let's go.
So you got Kobe Butler and you got Kedrick Simmons, and you adding this youthful talent, man. So that's why A.D. Robinson would go ahead and extend Coach Mo, because he's building a real program. So you got to be ecstatic about that, you know what I mean, and the health of the program. So a lot of size, man, a lot of athleticism. We got our breaks beat off us against Houston, but our team is going to be just fine. You know what I'm saying? That damn team is a damn NBA development league team that we played against, bro. They got a lot of talent on that roster. I'm talking about a lot of older talent too. So that's what Mo is building towards. You keep these young men in the program and you keep developing them, and you get these young men up to juniors and seniors, man. They're gonna be something to deal with, man.
I mean, and definitely, I see the route that Coach Mo going. We'll be able to compete with Grambling a little more, man. Because Grambling have some houses, some big guys out there too, man. So
Grambling is the team to beat.
Oh yeah,
they're the team to beat. Respect to them. They won a NCAA tournament game. As A.D. Robinson talked about, even a play-in, you get paid a nice little chunk of change for winning an NCAA tournament game. So
yeah, he broke that down nicely, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. The importance of it.
Yes,
absolutely. As we proceed to give you what you need, shout out to Tiger Talk TV, by the way. For those that don't know, co-host of Tiger Talk is where we started this thing. That's really what this platform is a extension of that. Just FYI. If Coach, D. Corey C sits down with Valley sports personality. Great show. Go check it out, man. If you haven't already, Tiger Talk TV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Live more content coming down the pipe with Tiger Talk. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, he talked. Well, I think the gentleman named James Blake. D. Corey C sat down with him, man. The interview is, I mean, it was great detail. The gentleman was very candid in his answer. He answered everything that Corey had to say. He gave his honest opinion. And the thing about it, kid, he's pretty high on his team. He said, although they have a losing season, he like and respect what Coach Wade is doing. He said he see it. He see the future. So he said the key thing that all of us are seeing these days. If he can keep his players around, he's gonna have a nice team to work with within the next year or two. So go out and watch the video. You want to find some stuff out about Valley. He broke it down pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm. Hey, real quick, let me I just got a message about one of the orders. I'll check that out in a little bit. I can't do it now because I need to. Anywho, I'll work on that later, Coach. Yeah, man. Check it out, y'all. Moving right along, Jack State ranked number 20 in the coaches poll and number 1 in the HBCU Go poll. It's been hard to get to the top of the HBCU Go poll, man. So I like this poll. Probably because we number 1, huh? I just like HBCU Go. But hey, HBCU Go they haven't had us number 1 for quite a while. So I feel like if we finally made it to the top, it must mean something. And I like the thought process behind that. They got South Carolina State number 2, North Carolina Central number 3, FAMU number 4, Alabama State number 5. Interesting.
They got it right, Ken. That's the way I would rank it.
Well, I wouldn't put I would have had Tennessee State a little higher than that.
Over Southern, yes.
Yeah, yeah, without question. And then 2,
I definitely think they got the first 5. I guess you can.
Yeah, you really could have put Tennessee State at 5.
Yeah,
but then again, Alabama State is right there though. They still, 5 and 6 with Tennessee State, Alabama State debatable. It just depends. Southern is right there too though. So PV shouldn't be on the list at all. They are terrible. I don't know why PV is on that list.
That is a question.
Yeah, you could have had anybody else on there set of PV, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Like, no, dog. Yeah, that's a little. Who do you put on there instead of PV? In the SWAC, is anybody in the SWAC you can put on there? Yeah, Alabama A&M, no.
No.
I
was thinking about that for Black.
Southern, Grambling, hell no. I mean, who left? Morgan State. Yeah, I mean, you put Morgan State up there. Howard. There you go. Put Howard up there. Thank you. My goodness. There you go. Hell yeah, Howard for sure. Howard definitely could have go up there. Howard better than PV. Come on now. Come on now, y'all. Y'all tripping. But anyway, I really didn't look past 1 and 2, honestly. I just kind of looked at the first few.
So here's the question, Ken. When you look at these polls, and now you're the target, you know, they bring a whole new set of challenges. You know what I'm saying?
For who?
I mean, when you're on the top, everybody's shooting for you. So they got
shoot, TD and them jokers was shooting for us, whether they was on the top or not, dog. You know what I'm saying? I say that for this reason, because boy, we could have been at the 10 spot. Joker's still gonna play like it's a Super Bowl against us, man. But I feel you though. When you are the top spot, look, they coming for us, man.
Now they got the big guns out. It's one thing they were shooting at you with you know.
Let me say this to you though.
Yeah,
let me say this to you though. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you. Look, the coalition don't want Jackson State to win, bro. I'm gonna tell you why. The biggest reason why is because as long as we was winning under the tutelage and leadership of Deion Sanders, it was always an excuse of, well, y'all got Deion. You see what I'm saying? Now, having gone through what we went through last year and coach comes in and rebuilds this thing up, hey, man, you can't use that excuse no more. You know, so in the end, and then too, it's going to be a little bit more sustainable because coach said, I'm going to be here for a while. You know what I'm saying? So you got to deal with TC Taylor 4 more years after this. So and this shit don't stop, like in the words of the great Aubrey Miller Jr. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, man, that don't mean, you know, the objective is to win every year. But if you're winning, what yields – winning yields more recruiting positive, you know, it bolsters your recruiting strategy and those that want to come to your program because they want to be a part of a winning program. So we're going to be up there for a little while. I think the likes but this is what I love about what we're doing though, bro. And this is why so many people respect Trey Oliver. Trey Oliver is one of those coaches, as well as Coach Chennis Berry, TD, because Trey Oliver is one of those coaches that don't really he don't really recruit from the portal. He got like 1 kid from the portal, I think, this time around, TD. But he builds a program, you know, of high school talent, and he develops them up through the program. So that's sustainability.
Well, here's the thing, too. He may have a structured contract where he know he's going to be there. A lot of these coaches are trying to win and keep their job and trying to prove a point.
Well, they got to win, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Being that he's been there, he has a winning pedigree, he's able to do that. You know, a lot of, you know, again, I really don't like the microwave, you know, society thing, but that's kind of how we live now. You get a coach in, he has a losing season the first year, he be okay the second year, man, people start calling him for your head, you know, with the expectation. So that's why a lot of people hit the portal like that. But if you can get in like he's in, and like Coach Taylor, you definitely can build it like that. And be honest with you, I agree with that method. I like that method.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Now, don't get it twisted. You know, the portal's cool too. If you can get some good guys out of there, it's hit and miss. It is hit and miss though. But you have to set you really can't do that until like 3rd year though. You know what I mean? Where you really have some guys in there, you laid your foundation, and now you just building at this point. So that's the other thing, Shelby. That's a great point. That's a really good point. Has solid assistants that don't change. Like that is a fact. And we want to remind folks that Coach Taylor, not only did he have to add some more players to this roster, he also had to add a lot more coaches, man. I think he had 6 coaching changes in his second year, bro, which is crazy. That's what makes the false allegations of cheating and all that type stuff. That's what makes it so disrespectful to the staff, bro, with the work that they put in. And that's all I'm gonna speak to when it comes to that. But shout out to them for being in there. Now, when it comes to the offenses, shout out to the Underdog Twitter account. Top 5 offenses, FCS/HBCU TD. We at 3 right now. Alabama A&M averaging, they number 9 at FCS from a yards per game standpoint, and then South Carolina State 419, Jack State 412. One of the things that actually hurts us a little bit, TD, is the fact that we had a really good kick return team, and a lot of teams don't kick to us no more. So they actually giving up yardage, bro. So we get a lot of short fields, man. Like, we get really good field position just because of Travis Terrell. So he's kind of like that de facto. It's rare that we have to go from the 20 all the way to the other end zone, bro. We starting at the 35 and the 4, you know what I'm saying? So it's that little bit of and then we're moving the ball pretty quickly. So I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it, man. But the thing with the people coming out saying whatever transpired in the game last week, and, it might have taken the coaches off. But here's what I say about that. First of all, I look at it like this. I know I definitely wouldn't like it either, but it's one of those things too. If I know I didn't do it, I ain't finna trip on it that much. But then you know what? I'm gonna prove to you even more, because I'm gonna go out week in and week out and do the same thing. Then what you gonna say? So now it's to the point, hey, call it what you want, but I'm gonna put it in your face again. This is something that's been going on all year. You're looking for a reason to have something to say. So be it. Don't roll with it.
You said don't sleep on Valley. We're gonna get some good Z's, Miss Susie. Jolie, and we're gonna smack. We finna beat the socks off Valley. I hear what you're saying, but a one trick pony can't beat a Jack State team. I'm sorry, you're gonna have a little bit more than that. The biggest problem with the teams in the SWAC is they have to be able to stop us offensively. And as of what's coming up, what's left on the schedule, the only team that really poses some type of a threat for our offense is Alabama State, because they do have the number 1 defense in the conference. So we have to give respect to that, but that ain't gonna work. Valley ain't got enough, and they ain't won a game, and they ain't gonna. We say that every year. It's just some type of affinity we have for Valley. We finna beat the socks off Valley. I'm just telling y'all that right now. Hey, I need to get 200 and stay healthy too at the same time. So. Speaking of herbs, by the way, TD, I want to let's highlight our best asset on the team, in my opinion. There's no shade to the quarterback. We got the best quarterback in the conference. Again, I don't care what you say. 15 is our guy. But Herb Mulligan is a jewel to have, man. He's a jewel to have, especially with us averaging about 40 to 45 carries per game, TD. The last 3 games, look at how his workload has revved up. And that's why I was trying to tell you, he hasn't seen a game where he's carried the ball 20 times. Not yet. The last 5 games, Texas Southern could have got that touchdown, but Jacobian pulled it. It's all good. And he was the first to congratulate. He wanted to get the win. He got us down there. He drove it in. 7, Alabama A&M, 2 tugs. Florida A&M, 1 touchdown, 139. Bethune-Cookman, 171, should have been more than 200 with 3 touchdowns, actually, but it is what it is. Arkansas Pine Bluff, 19 carries. And Herb Mulligan is cooking right now, bro, at the right time. So he's averaging right at 100 yards. He's the SWAC's leading rusher for the season, and the number 1 running back in the conference. Thoughts on Herb before we keep rolling?
Hard. Hard. That's all I can say. Hard grit and determination and a lot of tenacity, and he does it. He does it very smoothly. And like you said, he is a jewel, and I am glad he's on our team.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? this is last year, so I'm telling you, I'm cherishing every yard, every carry, every run. So I think he and 15 complement each other very well. And I'm just, I mean, I wasn't gonna address it, but I think at the Texas Southern game, man, I think if Jacoby hadn't pulled that ball, because the three people surrounded Irv that game, I mean that particular play, yeah, they was looking for him just like last week. So they know yeah, they looking to key in on Irv now, which is what I'm gonna get into when we get into the Valley stuff. But man, hey, love having the man on our team. He went 5 well.
Hey, speaking of Irv, though, TD, he had one hell of a October. I just want to say, though, y'all got my boy October stats wrong. He had 6 touchdowns. No, he had 5. I'm sorry. Okay, that Arkansas Pine Bluff in November. My mistake. My mistake. They had it right. My bad, big dog. My fault. My bad.
No. Granny, he's already been invited. I mean, where's she at?
We'll get to that. We'll get to it. We got everything. You drop that. We get to it. I'm gonna set her up in just a second. Coming up, Granny, hang tight. I'm walking it down real slow tonight. So listen, bro. The 2024 Blanchard Rogers Trophy watch list. TD October players of the month. Nick Emanwari from South Carolina. Ashad Hall from South Carolina State. Phil Maffa from Clemson. Dre Williams from North Greenville, and Irv Mulligan from Jackson State. He played, I said 3 games played. Yep, 3 games played. Yep. 52 attempts, 396 yards per carry. See, I got to get the stats on that, dog. I got to get the numbers on that. 396 should have been 400. Good googly movie. So 396 yards divided by 52. He's averaging literally, bro, right at 8 yards per carry. 7.6 yards per carry. Well, hell, they had it right there in front of me. I'm doing math. That's already in front of me. My bad, big dog. When you look at the other running back on the board, he averaged 5.5. He had 4 touchdowns, TD. He had 340 on 62 attempts. Irv had 52 attempts, 396, 5 touchdowns. Damn, Dre Williams had a hell of a game. He had 4 games played, 26 receptions, 478, 8 touchdowns. Good googly movie.
So he did have a game more than Irv.
And Ashad Hall has had a hell of he had that. Damn, he had a good some edge. Brother had 17 total tackles, 9.5 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Boy, he been balling. But shout out to Irv, man. I just wanted to. It's the South Carolina Hall of Fame award, man. So with him being an athlete from South Carolina, I like that they do this, man. So shout out to Irv Mulligan, bro.
Yeah, man, that's nice. Shout out to Irv. Made the wall.
They got the South Carolina Heisman Trophy. I like this, man. This is dope, man. So we got to make sure he win that award, man. He's gonna be 1,000-yard plus rusher.
When does the final vote go in for this?
I got to go look at the research on it, and we'll figure it out. I don't have that at the moment. One more again, Irv Mulligan, joined by the big man up front who be opening up them holes for him. So as of right now, Jackson State, congratulations to Jackson State's Irv Mulligan and Evan Henry, who have both been selected to the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. This is true. We got some more coming. I expect Kurt Ford to be in that thing. I expect my boy Towns Blue to be in that thing more than likely. Who else can we expect? K5, K1, K1. Isaiah Guthrie. I need to see all my guys down there, man. Y'all do know that we coming. We definitely coming to New Orleans.
Is it Robert McDaniel Sr.?
Robert McDaniel. Oh, there you go. There you go, TD. Yeah, but they reveal it every other week. These are the first 2 Jackson State players. I expect us to have about 5, possibly 6. We'll see. I hope. So congratulations. Irv was the first man up. Evan Henry just got announced today. So congratulations to the squad.
But see, here's what I'm loving about this, Ken. First of all, I love the fact that we had a Legacy Bowl and the purpose of the Legacy Bowl, and the fact that they announced these players so early. Like you said, you expect some more to join, and they definitely with the winning ways. But I want to say this: watching social media, I mean, the love that the players show each other and post each other, success on their page is magnificent. I mean, it shows you the team chemistry, and it shows you the love. It shows you the camaraderie that the coaches have built and the players have amongst each other. I mean, that right there is priceless. So it doesn't seem like, I mean, you already have a tidbit or something like that, but it doesn't seem like it's too much jealousy and too much, hating going on, especially out of Mr. Mulligan himself, as kind as he been with sharing the ball. He could be way higher in the stats than what he is, Ken, but he look out for other people well, especially when we up in the head.
I think Herb should get that Reese's Senior Bowl invite.
I do.
So hang tight, y'all. These are invitations, and he can actually, I think he can do both. Can they, TD? Can they?
One of them is.
I know we went to the Senior Bowl for Aubrey, and we still went to the Legacy Bowl, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, because
the Legacy Bowl is
because Zay Bolden was there. It was the Shrine Bowl and the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl that was the same week. So what they did was they did away with the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. So now they have the East-West Shrine Bowl. But I want to say that the Senior Bowl is on a different weekend than the Legacy Bowl. So if Irv when Irv Mulligan hits 1,000 yards for Jackson State for this season in only 10 games, he would have played 10 games because he's only played 7 thus far. If he finished around 1,300 yards for the season, bro, I don't see no reason why Jim Nagy and his crew won't bring Irv over. I think if Irv goes to the Senior Bowl, he's going to have a monster week. I really feel that way because I think he's a pro.
Well,
Evan Henry as well. I think Evan Henry can hold his own if he get an invite. I don't know if he gets an invite. Robert McDaniel, I would hope. I don't know if he gets an invite. I know he's on that watch list, but we got to see. That's right. The Senior Bowl is the last Saturday in January. That is correct. Thank you, sis. But with that, I know that the Legacy Bowl is the last weekend, usually of
January.
February.
Yeah, the Legacy Bowl is the last week of February. The Shrine Bowl is the last week in January, and the Reese's Bowl the first week in February.
And
they give a lot.
Well, here's the thing: Josh Nobles is actually a junior, so Josh Noble will be back next year.
I'll be back.
I expect Josh Noble to be the SWAC Defensive Player of the Year going into 2025. Preseason Defensive Player of the Year. Preseason.
So yeah, Ken, the Shrine Bowl will be the January the 30th, and the Reese's Bowl is the 3rd of February, and the Legacy Bowl is the last week, like around the 24th or something like that of February.
But here's what we do know: we know who's gonna have the best media team there at the Legacy Bowl. Without question, it's gonna be Austin and his crew gonna be down there. We're gonna make sure they good to go. We're gonna be there. We're gonna do our usual interviews. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be great.
And speaking of Austin and the boy, man, those boys are good.
They real good, bro.
Not good and terrible. They just good.
They good. That boy good.
Those fellas are good. Yeah.
They are good, man. Standings. We know what the standings are. Jack State and Southern is in the driver's seat on both sides, staring at a potential Soul Bowl rematch for the SWAC championship game. We'll see how it plays out this weekend. HBCU Go. TD, I'm planning on sitting down with HBCU Go this weekend, bro.
You are?
Yeah, I'm gonna do something. I'm trying to get on one of these shows. When they come, they coming with it. I did talk to brother Jason with HBCU Go. Said he's gonna hit me up and just kind of see. We'll talk a little football. We'll see what comes of it. But we will be on HBCU Go this weekend, so make sure you guys are tuned in.
Again, my salute to HBCU Go. Their production is good, man. I like it. I like it. They give you replays. They break it down. It's clear. They give you different angles. Man, shout out to them for doing their thing. So shout out to HBCU Go.
I know, right? This is funny. Man, some games, bro. Alabama A&M goes to UAPB. And I think they win that game. And I don't think they need the playbook to beat them.
Are you talking about Alabama? Okay. Yeah. I'm rolling. I roll with A&M on that. A&M got that one. Yeah.
Texas Southern goes to Alcorn. Alcorn's gonna win that game, if you ask me. They fighting for their life. It's one of them funky games that you gotta win. But they playing at Jack Spink, so I think they're gonna win that game. Don't have a score. Southern at Bethune-Cookman at Southern can get a little tricky, man. I don't know. This Bethune-Cookman team we saw last week, Southern should win that game, but depends on how they show up. They had a really good showing in the first half against us. They come back and they beat Grambling. Get their second victory of the year. It's a trap game for Southern, potentially. You know what I mean? TSAT had a really good game. It is supposed to rain on Saturday, by the way. I got to go back and look at the forecast. But I think FAMU going to beat the living snot out of Prairie View. They're going to beat them down. I don't think it's going to be close. Valley is going to get their issue this weekend, bro. They're going to get their issue.
Well, you're moving a little fast for me, but I'm
gonna let you go back to it, and then all I'm gonna say is Grambling. I don't know what y'all got going on, but take a big old chunk out of Alabama State this weekend. I hope you beat them in the hole. Take it away, TD. Whatever you want to go, whichever direction you want to go with this.
Yeah, I mean, I go down the line with you. That Grambling, Alabama State game. Definitely pulling for Grambling, for the so long, leader in the SWAC East. So I definitely you're pulling for Grambling. However, I think Alabama State may just win it. So I think Alabama State gonna win it, but I'm definitely pulling for Grambling. I'm in the same fix with Alcorn and in Texas Southern. Texas Southern due for a win. But I don't think they're
no starters though.
Yeah, I don't think that. Hey, so yeah, I think Alcorn will pull that one out. Bethune-Cookman. Now you know what? That's gonna be a good game, bro. I think that'll be a good game.
It's gonna be a good one, bro. I think it's gonna be raining down there though, so it can get a little tricky.
So they at Southern, right?
They at Southern.
Ooh. They got a little momentum. Ken, I'm gonna go with Bethune-Cookman on this one. Especially if it's raining. T-Set, Biden might not be able to get the ball off like that, man.
T-Set definitely gonna be the starter. I just think they got a good run game and a solid defense, man.
Yeah,
we gonna see.
Yeah, I'm going on a limb on that one. And say BC. Yeah, definitely FAMU. I mean, there ain't nothing to think about. In the last one is definitely a no-brainer. So Yeah, the lab definitely a no-brainer.
Speaking of the no-brainer, let's talk about it. Jackson State versus Mississippi Valley. They didn't even have a damn. Yeah, that wide receiver, man. No, I think that's number 6, if I ain't mistaken. Little Rembert.
I think he's number 9.
Rembert number 9? Okay. Is he?
Or is he?
Just got a commitment on baseball. Trey Gray.
Yeah, he's 6. He's number 6.
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Lake High School. Trey Gray. Commitment to Coach Omar in the baseball Tigers.
So you have your running back paired with Irv Mulligan for rushing. Interesting.
Quarterback.
Interesting.
I honestly, man, Valley gonna play hard. They got some pieces. Jackson, the tight end, 0, number 6. Shout out to my boy Bruce Batman Mitchell, man. He playing for Valley right now. I love Bruce, man. Came to us from he was with us for a couple seasons, and yeah. So we'll get to see Bruce again. But I just looking at this team, man, Valley just ain't got enough, man. We had a funky outing last year. We only put up 21. I don't think that's gonna go that way this time around. I think they had an advantage with their field. Ike Gray. It said Ike Gray? I thought it said Mike Gray, man. What you talking about, Mo? Am I tripping? Oh. Ike Trey Gray. Okay, all right.
Mo knows.
You want to see Morgan get over 2K? Oh, that's gonna happen. He can get over 2K and Irv get 1. That's gonna happen. Man, Jacoby ain't gonna be. Honestly, y'all, Jacoby, he'll be over 200 yards. He'll be over 2,000 after the Alabama State game. Now, hey, I don't think we're gonna play this. I think with Irv, we're such a balanced attack. Actually, it's more 60-40 though. Go ahead, bro.
Actually, that was my what I came up with. I think the ball is going to be in Jacobian hands. Of course, he get it every time because of the snap. But I think they're going to try to make Jacobian beat them because they have a fairly big defensive line. They like to try to stop the run. They play 4-down linemen. And they like to crowd the box every now and again, more often than not. They like crowding the boxes. And they have some pretty big boys that get off the ball. The thing about it, they'll be going against our offensive line, and they like to stand up. So when you get a defensive line that like to stand up, that's going to be a problem for them. So they do like to. I think they're going to come out trying to stop the run, which is going to leave the ball in Jacobian hands for a moment. But then their run game definitely going to open up. Not saying that we're not going to run over, with the defenses that they run, but I think they're gonna look to take the run away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, they can try.
I mean, you got to have some type of game.
You gotta have something. I know they're gonna come fighting, kicking, scratching, and clawing, man. And they're gonna have some success at times. They just gonna lay it on the line. I got some big nasty boys up front. I like what I saw.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think if we do throw the ball, we're gonna pick them apart actually, because they don't have the DBs really to match up with our receivers, in my opinion. They don't. No, they don't. Let's just call it what it is. They don't. But I still think Irv gets 100+ yards in this game. He's still gonna get his carries. And the biggest problem is everybody kind of starts off 500 total yards. I can see that Sunday boom for us. Definitely over 500. I'd like to see Jacobian over 200 yards passing and Irv over at least 100. So 300 of that. And I'm curious to see if they're gonna be silly enough to kick it off to Travis Terrell. I want to see Travis Terrell get an opportunity. Matter of fact, Coach Javancy Jones, listen to me. I was talking to Austin about this on Monday, TD. I would put Travis Terrell. I would swap him and Eric Simmons out on kick return. All right, I'm gonna give you the setup. As of right now, you have, hey, what's happening, bro? Nikayla Williams. She's a senior at Rio Linda High School, committed to JSU softball. Awesome, man. Appreciate that, Dirkman. Appreciate that, Brother Smith. So congratulations to Nikayla. Welcome Nikayla Williams to the JSU Tiger family with the ladies softball Tigers, man. I love that.
Man,
Rio Linda High School.
Hey, but to put a little more gravy on there, man. The SWAC champion ladies softball.
Hey, you better say it. My bad. Appreciate you, big dog.
Them people, they gravy.
Somebody said, I want to see our tight ends block better this game. Put a hand on the hat. Our tight ends didn't block that well?
Yeah, what?
Okay, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with better. You know, I said that. I think Landon had a few hiccups. I mean, that's why he in number 15. He kept getting into it with 15. 15 was a terror, man. He just was starting stuff. I mean, he was a good player actually, but he was getting frustrated for not being able to dominate like he wanted to. So he kept getting into it with some of the players. And I know he and Landy. Matter of fact, I think the coach almost had to come get Landy one time. He 15 was about to lock up, so they had to pull him back. Well, Fortillion got his first touchdown of his career at Jackson State versus Valley last year. So I expect them to have a big game as well.
So look again. I won't be surprised if Valley with the 4 down linemen and knowing that we are a dual threat with the run in the past, they may try to put blitz to stop the run as well as put pressure on Jacoby. And if they do that, if Jacoby get that ball out of his hand, it's lights out every time. Every time. You know?
I mean, I can see that. I just think we're gonna work on some stuff for Alabama State in this game. This is definitely gonna be a tune-up game. I think the timing of this game is perfect. Only thing you have to just be concerned with though, in games like this is injuries. Got to get out of this game healthy. And they'll do what they can do, TD. They'll do what they can do. But I just think
I definitely think it'll be a good time to get Mays and some more some other. I know Mays played a little bit last week to get him in a little more in the game, and some more of those receivers, get them a little PT.
Yeah, I think we might see Nate Blunt hit the field in this game.
How many games he got?
He got one left. He got one more. I think this is the game that they let him go out there and do his work. I think so. I
hadn't seen him on the field. I think he came on the field one time against ULM. I hadn't seen him on the field no more, has he?
He's been out.
Okay.
He's been out there. It's just not as much. They're not gonna burn his red shirt though.
That's why I asked you how many more games did he have.
According to Coach Gallen, it was just one game left. So, yeah, I expect to see him. But I mean, we got. So what I was saying as far as Travis Terrell, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the back end, you had Travis Terrell, you had Janaylin Dupree, right? But they were kicking it shallow. In front of them, you had Richard Mays, you had Eric Simmons. I would go to a set where I would put Travis Terrell in front of the two return guys. I would put him right in the middle, right in front, like middle shallow. So that way, if you kick it shallow, he can get it. If you kick it long, you got a chance of even reversing. My point is, I'm going to make you kick the ball to my best return. I ain't gonna let you get out of the way. You either gonna have to kick that some gun out of bounds, or you just gonna have to pooch it. You know what I'm saying? Squib kick it. I mean, squib kick it.
So you talking about on the kickoff return?
On the return, I would have him at the basically the second level, from inside the 10 is what I'm saying.
So what you got your 2 up men, and then you got Dupree.
Right now you got Dupree and Travis Terrell in the back.
Okay.
And then in front of him you got Richard Mays and you got Eric Simmons.
Okay.
I would swap out Simmons for Travis Terrell on that second level.
And just let him back up. So that means they're gonna either kick it to him and he's gonna try to back up to get it, or maybe or
even create an opportunity for a reverse or fake reverse. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that you can do.
Or they're gonna mess around and find out what Dupree can do.
The problem is with this is that not a lot of kickers in the SWAC have a strong enough leg to kick it that far. If Valley has a kicker that can kick that bad baby out the back of the end zone,
they got kickers.
All right, cool.
They do have.
All right, that's cool. So then I leave him where he's at then.
Yeah, that they do have.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like if they try to kick it out of the end zone, TD, they just might go shallow. And this is the cool part about Travis Terrell. TD, if they kick that thing in the end zone, he can still catch it and still feel it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That fake reverse, I'm telling you, it would be something. No, I mean, Boykin is cool, but Boykin is not on that. He's not on the kickoff return team. That's why I'm only going by the fellas that's already on the team. So,
I definitely like.
Hey, look, he returned that thing. He got rocked last game. You remember that, bro?
No. Who you talking about?
Simmons.
Simmons. Oh, okay.
He returned that thing right up the middle, and everybody like, ooh.
Hey man, he had to do something, but man, but Valley do have they do have a place kicker. I tell you what, if you get Valley, if Valley mess around and get on, let's say the 30-yard line, man, they got a guy that can make it. He kicked 151 yards, and it was beautiful against Pine Bluff. I mean Prairie View.
I think our D line is built to stop whatever he's trying to do. I mean, he's gonna step back and try to throw that thing. Now, listen, we're gonna have to play ball. We ain't going in there just laying down. I just think we just got too much. I don't think we take them lightly. I think we go out there and we play them as if we playing Alabama State. We don't go out there and be like, oh, this is Valley. We finna whoop them up. And you don't want to go into the Alabama State game with question marks. Yeah, you got to go out there with a championship mindset. You know what I mean? And I think we'll do that. It's the last home game, senior night, senior day. And I expect us to handle business, man. I mean,
clear the bench.
You have to, man. I think I understand. I just think our offensive line. I know Towns Blue got ejected. He should be okay this game because he got ejected in the third quarter, so he was out the entire half. So he should be good to go.
Yeah, man. Ken, we need to get this game to the point we see Cam McCord third and Zai fourth. Let's put everybody in, man. But
I don't think they're gonna pull Jacoby in until probably the fourth quarter. So, I mean, because you're in the point. I get it. It's just the stats are so spread thin. You know what I mean? Because of that, you know. So Jacoby got to do his work early. You got to get in and get your work done and get on out of there. Same with Irv Mulligan, man. I just know Irv is such a joy to watch, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know any given moment with Irv, he can break a long run. That's just how it feels every time he gets the ball in his hand. He just has that big play, game breaker ability. So just got to keep grinding him up, man. And we need to be paying attention to that to make sure we know when he clips 1,000. I want to make sure we capture that moment and celebrate that at that time. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Valley may want to, figure out some way to use their quarterback. I mean, their running back a little more. I mean, you don't want him running against our defense like that. You're already gonna have Noble, Webb, and Walker coming off the edge, like madmen. And quarterback gonna get touched a few times.
He will get touched a lot. He run the ball a lot.
So
that Joker, man, look, man.
And they try to run screens and stuff like that. They do like running screens now. I will say that Valley do like running screens. They're not very efficient at running screens, but that's what they like to do. I mean, they like to run screen, left screen, right screen in the middle.
Yeah.
But definitely see how it goes, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, HBCU go, tune in. All the games for this week is at 2 o'clock. Who not playing this week? Let's see who not playing this week. Playing them. Look like everybody out there. You look like everybody playing except for who I'm missing.
Everybody bye week is gone by now, isn't it?
Nah, yeah, I guess so. All 12 playing. Okay, that makes sense. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good weekend for SWAC football, man. We're gonna get to see the dust will settle, and then we'll listen to all the narratives that'll get fired off to us about Alabama State. We know everybody gonna be rooting for them. I'm good with it. I'm good with it, man. But
Coach Mickey Joseph, there'll be a good game to pay the referee back. Good game to pay the referee back.
He got to pay the SWAC office, man. He said he got it though.
Yeah, man. So go ahead and handle your business, Coach Joseph.
I mean, I think look, man. I know a lot of folk giving us flack about losing that game. Like I said, we beat ourselves in that game with all the turnovers that we got, but they made it happen. So, did Irv get 1K at Wofford? No, he did not. Y'all grab those T-shirts, man, before we get out of this joint, man. Grab your Golden Fish T-shirt, man, on the website, KC-1400media.com.
Hey, look, go. As Ken's saying, go ahead and grab the T-shirt. I mean, go to the channel. You can see where the Golden Fish T-shirt originated from. Why it became so popular. I mean, it was extremely funny video segment. So go out and get the T-shirt. You can wear it at any time. It ain't just got to be a tailgate. I mean, you can go out on a picnic. You go to the movie. It's fresh. So go ahead and cop the T-shirt. We appreciate your support. Even if you don't get one, we appreciate you having a desire to want one. So, but we would rather for you to go out and get it. And this is the last day. It goes off pre-sale in just an hour or two. So go ahead and grab you one or two. Make it a Christmas gift for someone. And we appreciate you guys. Period. We appreciate you all. Thank you very much.
Put glasses on the fish. Well, damn. That's Dr. Marsh. That's my guy, man. What's happening, Doc?
hey, Dr. Marsh, it's not over. It's not over. It's just the beginning, sir. Just the beginning. And when we do it, we'll make sure you be the first one to cop one.
Yeah, man. Hey, for sure. Hey, and then too, man, again, grab your event coming up January 11th. Fresh like the fish coming out the grease. What's up, Coach?
I'm telling you.
Coach, I'm gonna get you right, man. I will say this though, man. I did want to kind of address something, bro. Just kind of last second thoughts before we get ready to get out of here. So, you want one? Click that link, baby. KC-1400media.com, man. Grab you one. Go ahead and grab you one now. You ain't got to want it. Get it.
Man. Come tell you something about Ken Clark, man. He precise with this stuff. He timing. When he say it's time, it's time. He's done. He's moving.
Mm-hmm. Tam, I'm so excited to see the fans, man. I appreciate that, sis. I appreciate that. I really do try to grab content that I know you guys love. We're gonna spice it up a little bit more. I got a couple ideas that we're gonna look to do, man. In the ongoing last few games of this regular season, and then we'll get to the SWAC championship and all that good stuff. So appreciate you with that. I noticed we was talking Monday about the game day experience. Hopefully everybody expressed themselves to the powers that be. And I know you asked me, TD, about fans getting loud. You know, I mentioned about fans getting loud or whatnot. And someone made the comment that with the issues that they deal with, it's kind of hard for fans to get loud when you have those types of issues. And I just kind of wanted to allude to the fact that, you know, and give respect to the perspective. But there were plenty of times when when the issues that were at hand wasn't issues that was at the forefront, TD, and we still kind of had the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not exclusive to this last game. So I want to be sensitive to that because I fully agree and want everything from an operational standpoint to be pristine. It doesn't, I think those two things are being coupled in that kind of unrelated to what I was talking about. We was talking about inside the stadium atmosphere, but they was like, mention all this and that stuff. And I just want to say, man, YouTube ain't really the venue for us we can talk about it and just complain about it, but I don't think YouTube is the method that we want to. That's not the vehicle we want to use to get to the destination we're trying to get to. There's a way to do that. So I just kind of want to put that out there because I was like, nah, man, I'm not finna go into all of that. Not on a damn YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as a family, you don't want to air out your dirty laundry in front of the world. I mean, you want to keep it, you know, in the house and go talk to whoever you need to talk to get those things situated. And again, I will refer to the interview that we did with AD Robertson on Saturday. He mentioned a lot of this stuff. He talked around and about some of these things. So here's the key part about it. He said he's gonna take money. We all know that it takes money to do anything. You know, so that's why there are so many things in place to try to get a lot of work done because they have a lot of ideals. So go back again if you still having questions about, you know, your experience behind the scene at the vet or wherever. Go again, watch the video. You have any questions? He said email him. I mean, let's not. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend or suggest continue to publicly humiliate or try to make your point like that. I mean, because you're really hurting your family. I mean, because we pride with the vet. Matter of fact, the vet won what Stadium of the Year or something like that. Key.
No, I was looking at my damn camera, man. I had a damn possum that keep walking back and forth, bro. And he
so
finna go.
So anyway, man,
I'm my bad on that, bro. I hate them damn things, bro. I hate them with a passion, bro. Go ahead, man.
I'm good. Let's see. Keep okay.
So Ahmad is actually still any player that's not playing right now is not available to play at the moment. You know, same for Kobe, Taekwon, Rico, Fabo, all of them. I mean, it's the same thing. I just, you know, who you see is who's available to play. And my expectation is to probably see him in 2025. So that's where we at with that. TC talked about, yeah, he did. He talked about the wide receivers, so ain't nothing I really got to say. They won't be back. I don't know, Brother Aaron. I don't know. I don't really have an update in regards to him. But if they're not playing, I mean, it's probably due to health in some capacity. Like I said, I won't disclose what level or where we at with it. So I'll just say this though: a lot of gentlemen may be in. So if you get an injury, and let's say you get an injury in the middle of the season, and TD, it leads to you possibly missing half the season and potentially coming back on the back end, not really being 100%. It kind of makes you, if there's an availability to pull a red shirt or a medical red shirt or that type stuff, because of the depth that we have in the way the team has kind of been, because once you be out for weeks, then you got to come back and get in shape again, because you kind of lose that. So that's kind of where we are with it. And then two, you look at Amari Matthews stepped up and playing really well for us. You know what I mean? Travis Terrell, Desmond Moultrie, Obi Boykin. We got a healthy slew of running backs. So much so that with the injuries to our wide receiver room, TD, I don't know if many people noticed it, but Bryson Moss, who came to us as a running back from Eastern Michigan, converts over to a slot position. So he's playing the slot right now to help fill in some of the Brandon Mitchell moves over to wide receiver, TD. I know you like him a lot. You know, he was at the DB position and he moves over to tight end now. He was wearing 19. Now he's wearing number 82 on offense. So that's kind of what happens, you know, when you're in that position. Mike Smith, who was a running back, converts over to what, TD? A DB. Now he's a cornerback. Hey, man, listen, Blue, we just going to have to work with short fields. You might well kick it to him, coach. If you're going to give us the short field, you might well kick it to my guy and let him get the yards, man. Come on now. Don't be like that, big dog. Don't be like that.
Hey, man, look, never win if you don't take chances, man. Sometimes you got to take chances, man. Sometimes you got to take chances. He could create a fumble.
Hey, man. We trying to get that Audi TT some miles, man, on the dashboard.
Ooh, trying to get him out of first gear, man. He's stuck in first. Hey, I mean, they want you. Down the road. Hey, man, last thing I would say, man, shout out to the Boom session with Toby, Danielle, and the rest of them, man. Go check that out, man. Those guys do a good job to help me understand more about the Boom. Like, I had no idea that a section win per year. I didn't get it, but shout out to the Boom session. They do a good job.
I want to just, and that's a huge shout out to D-Core C as well, man, because y'all, we really do try to give you guys a full, just a full roster of content to cover JSU in various different capacities. Now, here's what tends to happen. I understand your ears tend to get a little numb to it because you kind of see us over and over and over and over again. And but continue to support the content. You kind of don't miss it until it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens if we say we ain't going live no more? We just gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, damn, wish y'all go live again. So continue to watch the shows. Continue to pull up, man. Continue to tune in. Y'all do know we won't have a show on Friday. The beautiful thing about that, TD, is because now I got to travel in town on Friday. So, and I may get in late, you know, depending on how that goes. He said, I appreciate y'all for the Friday slot. Hey, Doc, you do your thing. You can be on Friday when we on Friday. You don't have to, you know, I get what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
oh, yes. Coach, I like the way you're thinking, baby. Come on with it. I like the way you're thinking. Hey, you know what? Hey, Coach DP, man. Hey, we first game. I know y'all playing on. Come on back up, bro. He called me, man. DP, I got to call you back, Coach. You called me when I was on the plane though, and I couldn't take the call. So once I landed, it was over with. Brother Polk, man, we gotta connect, bro. Shout out to Brother Polk in the building, man. Another JSU historian here, man. Wrote a fantastic book. I don't have it. I have the book over there in my book stash over there. But yeah, man, Brother Polk is one of the ones that gave me a lot of historical photos of our legends, man. Sent me a photo that I thought was super dope. TD, I gotta post this photo, bro, from Brother Polk. I gotta do this now, man, because I'm glad you popped up in the chat, man. And I did this. I'm gonna do this real quick if y'all don't mind, and then we'll get ready to get out of your hair for the night, man.
Hey, why are you doing that, Ken? I think we need some straightening.
Hey, do your thing, brother.
Straightening. Is Philip Webb a senior?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He needs some of these invites.
Now, he may be a senior. Is he a senior on the field? Is another question. He may have another year, TD. I just have to. Ooh. Philip Webb.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing that he's a senior.
Right.
It's showing he's a senior. Now, he redshirted it. He may have another year, though. I think Philip Webb may have another year, bro.
It'll be really good if he did, because that boy improving every game.
I would love to have Philip Webb back for real.
Really.
Man,
so Ken, yeah. Friday night feels right. I can't get that meal weighted Friday night fish fry in my head, man. So I posted it on my page. Oh.
There we go. So, Brother Polk, man, thank you, brother, for all the photos. And I'm telling you, man, he has a lot of great photos from the historical days. And I had to go on here, man, because I did not know that Coach Harold Jackson, 00 Soul, and Lim Barney actually ran track together, bro. Wow.
Yeah, I think somebody mentioned it before on the show, but yeah, that's really dope.
That is awesome, man. This is a dope photo, man. I thought this was really cool. And I appreciate bro for always giving me he gave me a lot of stuff, man. A whole lot of pics, bro. And I'm gonna we'll get back to doing Friday shows, but we'll definitely probably do some flashback Fridays, man, and bring up some of this stuff, man. This is good stuff though. Appreciate you, Brother Pope, as always, man. Smile for fam, he was talking smack, man, on Twitter today. Boom! Just thought I'd remind them of that. I just
text me. All right, man.
Not sure if you mentioned it, but fans make y'all come out of the HBCU. Go, hey, listen, man. I plan on being over there. Some way, somehow, I'm trying to get on the screen, man.
What they said no.
Probably the tailgate section. More than likely to be tailgate. Score predictions. Y'all got to tune in Saturday morning for that. Now, the time for the morning show, we're gonna figure that out based off of getting with my brother from HBCU Go. We're gonna see what happens, but I got us TD. I got us going 50 in this game, bro. I do.
Yeah, I have something by Saturday.
Yeah, I don't have a score yet, but I really feel like I think it's gonna be more than 40, man. Yeah, I think it's gonna be more than 40. I ain't damn sure ain't gonna be like last year. Ain't gonna be like it was last year. Not at all. I think it's gonna be a major blowout. Now the question is, how many points are we gonna give up? Our defense is humming at the right time. I think Valley is gonna have a very hard time scoring against us. And we very well could pitch a shutout in this game. But I don't know if that's the case. I got to go back and watch a couple more games, TD. Just for shits and giggles, man. You know, we'll see. I watch. Give me a game that you watched, but which one have you watched of Valley?
I mean, I watched the Pete when they played Pine Bluff for homecoming with the rain.
Yeah, I did watch that one.
Yeah, and I watched the Prairie View game.
You wouldn't be surprised if Valley comes close. Come close to what? On the scoreboard?
All right, man. I'm finna let him have that. Tiger Nation,
what?
Please go visit the site, grab the T-shirt, and if
TD played 2K, I consider TD a really good friend of mine. I'm trying to beat the brakes off of him though on the game. I don't have no reason why Coach ain't letting up on Coach Wade. There ain't no way he gonna do that. No, it ain't gonna be nothing close. Like I said, brother C. Lee. Yeah, TD, I know you got to roll, man. I brother C. Lee, I got to get you to come on up for a sec, man. Your thoughts about the election. I know you got to bounce, bro. We'll be back because and again, once we're done tonight, we'll definitely we'll be back Saturday. We won't have a show on Friday night, and we'll have a Saturday morning live. We won't be disrupted by the boom doing a parade this time around. So y'all be sure to be ready to tune in Saturday morning to the live show. Doc gonna hold it down on Friday night. Keep doing what you do. Brother C. Lee, come on up, express what he did. He said Central Mississippi Supreme Court runoff election is November 26th. Vote Kitchens.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna get out here again for the last time. Ken, throw the shirt up. If you Ken gonna close it tonight, man. It's shutting down tonight, at midnight. So again, I appreciate the support. Thank you guys very much. Again, I'm having fun with it. We having fun with it. Hope you guys having fun as well. Appreciate you tuning in. And I'll see you guys on Saturday morning. Good night. Go Tigers.
All right, brother. I'll rap with you, man.
Later.
All right, everybody. Let's see. I see your brother C. Lee want to come up before we close this bad baby out, man. If not, let me know if you're gonna come up, Doc, and then we'll do that for a hot sec, and then we'll get on out your way. But yeah, y'all be sure to cop that T-shirt, man. Got some really cool, got some orders in this thing, man. We'll go ahead and close it out here in a little bit. Shout out to everybody who has placed an order. Another sign up. That was a Marv. But either way, man, hopefully everybody doing good, man. Make sure your mental's good. Like I said, I appreciate everybody for all of their support, especially with this platform, man. As we get ready to close out another year, thing is going to evolve into the next year. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Say Hurricane Raphael coming through bringing rain. Isn't it 7% chance? About a 50% chance. I think Raphael is supposed to come up our way around Sunday, though. So we'll see. How you been, man? What's your thoughts, bro? Give me your thoughts.
I just wanted to express. Well, unfortunately, the thing that I discussed, what was that, Monday night, came true. Remember I said in the Central Mississippi Supreme Court Justice, we had two people running and they split the vote.
Hey.
In fact, if the sister wouldn't have been running, and I said she was a decent judge, but Kitchens only got 30,000 votes. The sister, Ciola James, got 21,000. That's 51,000 votes. That would have put him over the top. We would have had to have this runoff. So now we got this runoff with the Senate Republican Brannon and with incumbent Kitchens this November 26th. We got to go out and vote because she's, that Senator Brannon, she is essentially one of the people that's been taking part in writing the legislation to help the neo-Confederates take over Jackson, along with cutting all other types of things. Well, Trent, again, I'm with you. She had no chance to win. My question, Trent, is who's the 21,000 people that voted for her? That's what I wanted to know. Who was the 21,000 people who voted for her? So I said on this screen Monday, she was gonna split the vote, and we was gonna have a runoff. Those were my exact words. And the problem with a runoff is Black people don't go back to the runoff. So I'm hoping that the Black people in Central Mississippi prove me wrong, but please, 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 we need to go because Brendan is telling us what she's going to do. So Supreme Court judges essentially interpret the Constitution at the highest level, either at the state or at the federal. So if you're talking about who's interpreting the Constitution, it's our Supreme Court judges. They're the people who have the final say on the law. Their rulings either affirm law or provide precedent for law. So that's what Supreme Court, that's what they do. So Trent, Trent, like I said, I understand. I said here Monday night and said she was gonna split the vote. That's what, so I'm still wondering who those 21,000 people who voted for. Like I'm trying to understand who those people were. So everybody who watches this, either now or you're watching it on a recording, make sure that you go out and vote. And also, I want to get those counties one last time because I think people need to know those counties. So I get those counties one last time. So it's District 1, Place 3 of the Mississippi Supreme Court, Central Mississippi, Bolivar, Claiborne, Copiah, Hines, Holmes, Humphreys, Issaquena. Shout out to Issaquena, and I told y'all why. Jefferson, Kemper, Lauderdale, Leake, Madison, Neshoba, Newton, Noxubee, Rankin, Scott, Sharkey, Sunflower, Warren, Washington, and Yazoo County. Those are the counties, Central Mississippi. And so that's if you're living in those areas, you got to go back and vote. You got to talk to people who vote. If you don't live in those counties, but you know somebody who live in those counties, call, text, whatever y'all do on social media. Y'all know I've never sent a text or a tweet in my life. So that's what I have to say about the Supreme Court. We'll probably come back in a couple of weeks because that's on the 26th. So it's November 26th. We'll probably come back around the 19th or so just to remind y'all on that. And I think that everything y'all said about the presidential election was spot on. I will say two things about that is that, and we're all trying to get those hard numbers. Remember, Ken, I said that my biggest worry was that we knew that Trump was going to be leading with the mail vote. And that my problem was that going into Tuesday, VP Harris didn't have a large enough vote for the female vote, particularly when I said we're going to look at what white women do.
Yep.
And that along with the Hispanic vote, those two things, the Hispanic vote and the white female vote, that is what turned the tide. And so, everything else y'all covered was spot on. I will say what I always said, that at some point, Black people are going to have to embrace economic Black sovereignty and stop begging evil people to do right by us.
Damn.
And so, because that's really our agenda. Our agenda right now is we simply beg evil people to be nice to us rather than pooling our own economic resources so that whoever is elected, it doesn't make as much of a difference. And until and for whatever reason, that's never been a part of our strategy. It's been a niche, right? You would have small groups talk about economic Black sovereignty, but you never had it embraced as a total mass movement. And so, you know, everything else you guys said, I will say that what else is,
you believe that that's even doable for us? It just seems like when, you know, I was watching last night CNN, and you see Dana White come up there, you see Trump get support from Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, these powerful, rich white men aligning, and I understand why they would choose that. I mean, I get it, I really do. And you ask yourself, are we willing to really go there? You know what I mean? Are we really willing to get to that level where we find ourselves in a situation where we could unify? 54% Hispanic males, 45% of the entire Hispanic vote. That's true. Interesting. I just wonder if it's something that I saw something very radical with Brother Umar Johnson. He put something out there. He was like, he feel like all Black folks should just stop voting altogether and just withhold our votes until we force people to give us something tangible for us to give us something for our vote. And oftentimes you see that type of stuff, and I just like, man, it's be good to have dialogue about that. Just kind of, I don't think that would ever happen though, because I just think we have too many. How you doing, sis? Good to see you.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, Sister Rochelle.
I just think that we you said something, bro. You said we got to stop asking evil people. What do you say?
Stop begging evil people to
stop begging evil people to do right by us, right?
Yeah, that's our policy. That we're begging evil people to be nice to us. And I've heard that we need to withhold our vote. The only problem about withholding our vote is if you're not talking about building up economic sovereignty, then that's meaningless as well.
That's true.
It's we have to understand that just like in a sport, right? Football is offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah.
What we as Black people have to do, and I'll shut up and let Sister Rochelle speak, is that we need to understand that voting is only a third of what we need to be doing. We act like voting is the be all and end all. Like, well, I voted. Now I'm going to wait for the magic to happen. No, voting is only a third. The other third is your economic development. The other part is your educational development. And then the other part is your family community development. So if we're not doing those four things simultaneously, if we're just voting, that's like saying, you know what, again, we just going to have this fire offense. What about the defense? Don't worry about that. We just going to have this fire offense.
The Mike D'Antoni approach. We're going to outscore you.
We're going to outscore. What about special teams? We ain't going to have no kickers. We don't need it. I mean, that's how Black people act. And here's the bottom line. We are $1 trillion industry that give all our money to everyone else but ourselves. And as long as we remain $1 trillion entity to give all our money to everyone else but ourselves, then we'll continue to be asking evil people to be nice. I shut up. Go ahead, Sister Rochelle.
I just want to say hi to everybody. I've purposely been offline since 6 o'clock yesterday evening. I don't think we understand that energy is transference. And looking at this stuff over and over again, it gets into your whole spirit. It gets into your mood. So I purposely have not looked at one. I haven't been online. I think I maybe posted something to Black women.
Well, you did yourself a favor.
And so, but this is the thing too, and Ken, I sent you something back in your back channels on Instagram of this
Oh, I
Asian
ain't been
man.
on Instagram in a minute too.
But this one's gonna mess you up. It's gonna answer all your questions. It's a young Asian guy interviewing this older white man.
Oh no, I did see that. Yeah, I saw that.
And he said, see, this is the part that we just don't understand. By 2040, there will no longer be a majority race. Period. So white people are losing their mind because they're losing their power. So this white man said to this young Asian guy, he said, I voted for Donald Trump for one reason only, to save the white race. They don't give a damn about their women. They never have. But the white women got to tag along because they don't have anything. So they tag along faithfully with it. But this is about power. And they will smash whoever they can to smash it. So if you, if you can maybe you could post it so people can understand that this has. But one thing Black people have done, and this is the part we don't understand, there is nothing new under the sun. First of all, this has happened before. The issue is that we are not learning from what we've been through. And what I mean by that, Brother Lee, is that even through all of that, the same way we did that boycott in the South and almost bankrupt that bus thing because we were together, until Black people get on this one thing and quit trying to be white. Hello? Quit trying to take on a white man's mentality that is very disturbing. We are a community people. We are a community-based people. That's why our motto was what? It takes a village to raise a child. It's white people's motto where it says, if I'm not mistaken, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, Ken. That's what has always been stated. We have to be better than that. So as I look at this, don't be discouraged about it. Do what you can, and it'll pass. It has to. But we got to learn from it. One thing you said, Brother Lee, is that we have the money, but we just don't understand the money that we have.
Right.
We spend more money than any other race. Did y'all see how the Cadillac dealership came rich? I know you probably know that. Brother Lee, that messed me up. It was Black people that.
The guy went to the head guy and said, you know, man, because they were about to discontinue the Cadillac.
Yeah, did you know that? They was about to discontinue.
Black people would love to have these cars, and the Cadillac, company, well, that make basically was saved from death
from Black people.
Yep, they reinvested in black customers.
So we are amazing. We just don't know it, Ken. I would still believe Romans 8:28, for we know that all things work together. And I think it's gonna either make us or break us to be where we need to be. But I hope we win. Will Valor be on TV?
Yeah, HBCU go.
I don't have. Is that only for an app?
No. You can. Well, you can do it two ways. You can go on your laptop, you go on your computer, and you can just type in HBCU Go, and you can do it that way.
Okay.
Or look at your local cable provider and look for the Grio.
The Grio?
Yeah.
I think I have the Grio.
HBCU Go is on the Grio.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah. So like I have the Hulu bundle. So I have the Grio through the Hulu bundle. So if you have Hulu or Comcast or whoever it is, if you got the Grio, you can get it on your TV, or you can go straight to you can go to your computer and you can look up HBCU Go that way.
Thank you so much. I'll be watching y'all. And Ken, I'm going to talk to you about January.
Hey, I'm actually what I was doing, Michelle. You know me, man. I was over here about to chop this little video up, see if I could throw this bad babe up on the screen.
Man,
I'm really sure a lot of people didn't know what it was. It's like a TikTok video. So give me 1 second. Don't hang tight.
Oh well, yeah. I think it's gonna open. This is so much bigger. It was, and someone said he did a whole entire video. But that white man was like, we can't stand Donald Trump, but he gonna help us save white people. I mean, look, Brother Steve, when I tell you this man said it out, like we knew it,
right?
But he has been emboldened,
and
while he's in a Chinese restaurant eating Chinese food, telling them you can go back to China too. I mean, they're just emboldened. So that's why I want us to realize is that it's so much bigger than what we could ever think. But when I saw that video, someone sent it to me. I said, well, that really does and truly make sense of what they're doing. But we still like Maya Angelou, what she said, still like Gus.
Yeah, I think it's it was a very honest answer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of times we tend to dance around why they feel like they're doing what they're doing. I still feel like not necessarily just feel like, I just we know that even though that's what's being said, it's still a great puppet master that's actually in control of all things, causing it to go how it go. And I'm not saying that in a sense of, I'm not saying it as if you may not know that. It was this is a small snippet. Brother C. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, you saw that. Okay. So yeah, that you know, I don't
but, yeah,
Yeah, I know, Dirkly, wasn't it crazy? It was just like, and I was like, delusional is real, Brother Steely.
But it's also, it speaks to the point, coming back to begging evil people to be nice to us. We have to learn. You cannot use a moral argument with people who don't care about anybody else.
Yep.
See, the only way the moral argument works on Sister Rochelle is if Sister Rochelle cares about other people. But if you have morals. But if Sister Rochelle doesn't care about other people, and so we have to start making power arguments and talking our people into embracing and developing our own power again, rather than always trying to beg immoral people to be moral. I'll shut up. I think Ken already.
No, you hit that on jackpot. Is that you cannot? You talking about? Go ahead, on Ken. Oh, and what you were saying, Brother Steely, is that's the part that we don't get, is that we want to, I think I have this quote too about talking to people. I said, why would I try to have people to understand me when their goal is to misunderstand me from the start?
Exactly.
That's a waste of time. I'm like, why are y'all talking to people who have no desire?
Right.
But to stay misunderstanding you, and you just trying your best to let them understand. No, you need it. They don't care. But we need to have discernment to realize sometimes you just need to be quiet. And this scripture here messed me up. I think it's Matthew 6:43. It says, I've now, Brother Seeley, I really and truly learned how not to talk. And I sit back and listen to people, because the Bible says out of the mouth comes from without in the heart.
Right.
So now when I tell you, I'm talking about, I just sit and I listen to what people say, because what they are saying is really and truly coming from their heart.
Yep. And
I'll say
this right before Ken plays the video. Okay. I was fortunate enough about 10, 12 years ago to have one of my students. I published one of my students' papers, and my student was a Hispanic student. And just kind of give people some insight on the Hispanic vote. And it was a world literature class. And so as I was covering the Africa section, African literature, and then we got an African American literature, and we were discussing, one of the things we were discussing was how African and African American writers address the issue of Black self-hatred. And so when we got into the Central and South American writers, my Hispanic student said, well, Mr. McInnes, can I take, because we do different philosophies for each region. She said, can I take that issue of Black self-hatred and apply it? And this was a Hispanic, student. We're now reading Hispanic author. And I was like, well, okay, sure. This young sister, she was a sophomore in a world literature class. When I tell you, she wrote a paper using Hispanic literature to show that brown self-hatred is as intense, that brown self-hatred and brown colorism is as intense and as bad as Black self-hatred and Black color. In fact, the paper, I'm proud to say that the paper was so well written, I was able to get her paper published by a peer-reviewed journal.
Wow. And
so you have to understand, and this is the point. The point I'm leading to this is that the one thing that the neo-Confederates have been able to do is that they've been able to get white women, Hispanics, and parts of the African-American community to see themselves as not as the other.
Yep.
So they fragmented. So many of the oppressed don't see themselves as the oppressed.
Absolutely.
So they can look at when the neo-Confederates are making these wild statements, they're thinking, well, they talking about those people. They're not talking about
me. Yeah, for sure.
And to bring it home with Brother Shabazz and for those of you Shabazz, of course, Malika El-Haj Shabazz being Malcolm X. Malcolm X said it was like the slave who is so tied to his master that when the master would get sick, he said, "What's wrong, my master? We sick, right? Not are you sick? We sick." And so that's going to be our problem moving forward: is the number of oppressed that don't see themselves as the oppressed or as other. I'll shut up.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, that's true, Brother Trent. I think, and this is just a thing. I mean, it's kind of when you just take it off of the political landscape of it and just deal with it from a reality standpoint, especially when you've been in a space where you've been around Hispanics. And I'm just telling you what it is, what is living in Texas, Austin, Texas, living in California. I mean, you find it's a weird thing, man. You got Hispanic folks that use the N-word like they part of the culture, but then at the same time you have the white Hispanics that feel like they're part of the part of the white population, when in actuality it's not that way. I mean, but tend to adopt all of the concepts, even the actual hatred of black people, discriminatory. It's almost like I'm not black, you know what I'm saying? And I never forget, you know, being in a town that did being profiled by a Hispanic cop and dealing with that. And it's like, bro, what's wrong with you, man? Like, pull me over, Brother C. Lee, because I didn't use the turning signal. You know how you get in the turning lane?
So the lane wasn't enough. The turning lane wasn't enough.
I was in a predominantly Hispanic town. You know what I'm saying? It was just, you know, just kind of working, because I worked in for those that don't know, one of my previous roles, I was a district manager for an ice cream company. So my territory was Waco all the way down to Mexico. So shit, I found myself sometimes you're in a town where it's like predominantly Hispanic towns, and some of those towns are way more racially charged than Mississippi.
Yep.
If folks think that, oh, you from Mississippi, it's like, bro, I'm Jackson. Jackson is a little different. You know what I'm saying? You kind of, you know, it's predominantly, you know. I remember this though. I never forget this. So, all right, we just talking because it's a little late, but anyway, it's cool. It's early for me, but
can you do the video?
I'm gonna do the video.
Okay, because I got something to read out to play it on.
All right, so check this out. I remember I was working for Crystals, the restaurant. I had just got a job with Crystals. So their corporate office is in Atlanta. I might have told this story before, but I'm gonna say it again. How many of y'all know Chunky, Mississippi?
Where?
Chunky, Mississippi.
That's a new one for me.
Chunky, Mississippi is en route to Meridian.
Okay.
Like you're going to Atlanta, you're taking 20 East.
Right.
Man, let me tell y'all something. If that ain't a sundown town, boy,
let
me tell you something. I ain't never been that uncomfortable in a town. Brother Seeley, I'm driving my Cadillac. I got old Cadillac. And this is back in I'm in my 20s, man. I'll never forget this. Listen, I'm driving and I had to get gas, Miss Rochelle. I was trying my best to get the Meridian though, but I ain't have enough gas to get the Meridian. I was like, hell, I gotta just pull off. So I pull off the Chunky, Mississippi, and I go into the town. I go into the town now. You know, I go off the highway, hang a left, go into town. And man, they had this old, right off 20 East. They had this old, you know, the little rotary pump. You know, you let the little handle up and it just spinning. Man, I said, man, what in the hell is this backwoods? I kid you not. Number white folk now. Joker riding on a horse. I looked around. I'm looking at folks, and they giving me that look like, you doing around here, boy? I got that vibe. I said, let me tell you something. So then what I did, I went on in there, Rochelle. I gave them for my money. I said, look, let me go and get this on my I'm like this. let me get 40 on whatever, you know, I'm trying to get out of there. So I hurry up, I'm pumping. I'm looking, man, and even the person in the store just kind of looking at me. I said, man, I gotta pee though. I gotta pee so bad, bro. I'm like, I said, but then what I said, I ain't pissing over here. I got done. I'm not BSing. I
just Googled it. It only got 263 people in the whole town.
How many?
263.
And I guarantee you ain't not now one of them 263 look like me, you, or Brother C. Lee. Listen to me now. I said, I'm forgetting my car. I got on the side of the highway and took a piss. Because I said, I'm gonna get the hell out of here before my family come up looking for me. But what was so crazy though, the reason what made me really remember that is that when I got on the side of the road, Brother C. Lee and Miss Rochelle, and I drained my main vein, I saw the biggest damn snake that you ever want to lay eyes on coming through this little gate, man. And I went to high stepping like I was Barry Sanders, man. I ran to my car. I said, man, I put that son bitch in reverse and drove off. I didn't stop until I got to Atlanta, Georgia. Do you hear me? I was scared straight, man. I'm not even BSing. So my point is in saying that, I said that about Chunky is because I have gone into towns that are predominantly Hispanic like that, and I've gotten that same vibe. Trust me when I tell you. And you looking around and you like, man, bro, it's a little uncomfortable. You know where you at, but you kind of play it off or whatever. Because one of the guys that's working for me is Hispanic, so it kind of cooled off. So again, it just depends on where you are. Now, to the point of the video, I go ahead and play it because we about done or whatever. For those who haven't seen the video, I go ahead and very honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's the truth of it. That is the truth of it.
That's it.
The vast majority of white Americans see us as our prime directive was we were brought here to serve them.
And that's why when you said what you said, sir, about until we understand that they have no morals, so it don't matter what we say. But this is what somebody said behind this. They said a Black podcaster summed it up this way: this is a master class of white privilege. He can't say enough racist things to be a racist. He can't commit enough crimes to be a criminal. He can't fail enough times to be a failure. He can't say enough stupid things to be stupid. The idea of him overshadows any reality. The Christian savior who doesn't know the Bible, an adulterer who F-stars and steals from charities. It is a promise of protection of the whiteness that he represents.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. So got nothing to do with that. Ain't got nothing to do with that. So for the ones who, I looked at I was like, this is so much bigger than y'all that y'all don't get it. He's protecting whiteness.
And we don't understand that. I was trying to think of the A.C. Hillard. A.C. There's a great education scholar. He's no longer living. A.C. Hillard. And A.C. Hillard said that the problem for Black people is that white people keep playing baseball and we keep playing softball. And at some point, we either gonna have to learn how to play baseball or master softball where we can play it by ourselves. But you're never gonna beat them playing baseball while you playing another game. It is not a game of morals. It is a game of power. It's a game of preservation. And until we understand that, we went into this. A lot of Black people went into this election thinking that, well, no one's gonna vote for him. He's been charged. He's a felon. He's been charged with assault. He's been all these things. There's no way no one's going to vote for him. And if you can't see what it is now, you'll never see it. I'll shut up. Go ahead, Sister Rochelle.
No, I was like, he was just giving head. The things that man have done, no one else could ever do. But one thing that he is doing is protecting whiteness.
Yes.
So I was like, until we understand that truth. And I think it was like 7 years ago when Roland Martin said, he gave the statistics about how long it take before there would be no more majority. And he said it when BET One had news. He was like, if y'all think they're crazy now, you ain't seen nothing yet. Now he predicted that like 7 to 8 years ago on BET One when they had a news place, and when he gave that he was saying how you think they crazy, they're gonna get crazier. They even had a group of white men, Brother Seeley, who I never forget this, but they arrested these white boys because they were specifically going into red states to rape white women because they knew they could not get a divorce.
Right.
Oh, they're gonna make the numbers come.
Right.
Because rich white women gonna always have what they have, but they're about to force white women to have kids for some numbers.
Right.
Kim, that was a quote by it was another podcaster, and if I could find it, I sent it to Ken. But they summed it up to the T of this has nothing to do with that. But to me, in my heart, this will be the very thing that makes the United States fall to the ground.
Right. And I would just add to that, with those of y'all, I know some of y'all get the newsletter. On March, it was March. I want to get the date right. Yeah, March 29th. I published something, Ken, and there was a few people lost their mind. I'm just going to tell you the title of it. And a lot of people, man, my emails blew up. People got upset. The title of the commentary was The Mythological People of Color Coalition. That was March 29th. I published that, the Mythological People of Color Coalition.
What did you mean by that?
I meant that there's never been a people of color coalition because
nope,
the other people of color have never been aligned in our social political fight in the way that they've used our progress for their own benefit.
Facts.
So that other people of color benefited from our struggle to create the 14th, 15th, 16th Amendment. They benefited from our creating the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. They benefited from us fighting for affirmative action.
Yeah.
Right? That we fought and got all of those. So that's the history of it. Black people, 14th, 15th, 16th Amendment. Black people, Civil Rights Act. Black people, Voting Rights Act. Right? And in fact, the Disabilities Act doesn't come unless you get the Civil Rights Act. Wow. That's what's so crazy. So even the Disabilities Act does not exist without the Civil Rights Act. And so other so-called people of color, other so-called minorities have benefited, but they've never been in line with our struggle.
Ever. Even the gay community, everything came off of our backs.
Yes, everything came off that Civil Rights Act.
Yeah, and then what's bad is that when people are like Latinos, they really think they white, but you're not. They just bless their heart. But no, there is no black and brown coalition. You're 100% correct. But what we don't understand is that we've just given up. We're such powerful and amazing people. We just don't understand our power. We really don't. But that right there took it all. And actually, if I find that other video, Ken, of that podcaster, the black podcaster, what I wrote, what he said. It was a woman, and it was actually a man talking with another woman, and it was a woman that broke it down into such an elegant way of saying it doesn't. He don't believe, he's never prayed. He don't believe in God. He said he's never sinned, so he said he has no reason to ask God to forgive him for anything. He don't go to church. That's why it's 2 Corinthians. It's all this, but it doesn't matter. He can save them from staying white in power. So that's what it is. Right. We're gonna be all right. I just. Get off of these internet streets and let yourself decompress and take some deep breaths and go let your feet touch some grass. Look, go.
I did that earlier. I went and walked. I was like,
yes, go outside and let the sun hit you. But if you can put your feet in some grass, sit and let your body. God gave us this earth to help us heal, and by you putting your feet in grass, the energy from the earth's core would literally begin to drain that stuff up out of you, because we are all energy. We all vibrate. I just don't think we understand that. So I thank you for having this, and I can't wait to see us on Saturday, since I believe I got the griot on my, I'm glad you told me that.
Because if you didn't have it, you can still download the app. I use the app now. I don't even go on TV like that. I just go on to my HBCU Go app and Boom shakalaka.
Can I look at it on my laptop?
Yes, you can. And in fact, I'm glad both of y'all said that, because HBCU Go always shows 2 games simultaneously.
Yep.
So if on your cable outlet, so when we were at Bethune-Cookman. So what I had to do is I have Hulu. Unfortunately, when I went to my Hulu on my television, they were showing the Johnson C. Smith game. So what I had to do was I went to my wife's laptop, went to HBCU Go on her laptop, pulled up the Jackson State game, clicked on the Jackson State game, and then I just connected the laptop to my TV because I got to watch the TV. I got to watch the game on my TV. I know a lot of people watch the games on their phone.
I can't watch it. So
I can't do that. So I got the HIMDA cord and hooked it up. So so in case some of y'all, if you go to watch the game on on HBCU Go on your cable outlet and they're showing the other game, you can always access it, as Brother Ken said, from the app or from your laptop. And then that way you can watch it on your phone or your laptop, or be like me and connect your laptop to your TV. So yeah, I'm glad y'all mentioned that.
With that, you know what else is beautiful, Ken? I was thinking maybe because their stuff looks really good. It looks better than the old ESPN janky thing on the end.
It's better than the new ESPN.
I'm just wondering, I said, you know what would be cool is that instead of trying to get all these contracts with ESPN, that ain't putting us on the main news anyway. That I wish other black colleges have everything under them eventually.
But you know why the HBCU Go production is so much better, right?
Why?
They use their own cameras. They don't use the school's cameras.
That's correct.
So if you watch the angles from the HBCU Go game, they're never using. They may use a couple of our cameras, but they have their own cameras strategically placed. So that's why they have much better. So for instance, if you watch. So like when we're on now the Digital SWAC network, right? So Digital SWAC network or HBCU, or ESPN Plus, they're using the Jackson State camera, and a lot of time they're using that camera from the tower from where Rob Jadam is broadcasting the game. And I don't know if anybody's ever been up there. I was up there once, Ken, as a child, and I swore never to go back up there, cause it's high as you know what, and you can't see the field. So I always give the people who are calling the game, because sometimes they'll get the number wrong, they'll get the player, and you can't see. If you've never been up there and tried to watch the game, I was a little bit, but I don't know why my pop was up there doing something, visiting somebody. And Ken, when I looked out there, I was like, Daddy want to go down. That's all I said. I was like, Daddy, let's go down. So I will never, ever go up there again. So yeah, that's why they have their own cameras. And even at the basketball game, when they shot last year at the AAC, they had their big expensive camera right where I sit at the basketball game. So yeah, that's why their production is so much better.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I know the brother from Jace. There's a Jack State alum that works for him, so we supposed to be doing something. So he'll hit me up. I'm excited about that. Hopefully, I get to hop on their show, man. That'll be dope.
Well, Mr. Ken, y'all, I'm doing good. I'll talk to you offline about this January and what's the thing we're trying to do.
Yes, ma'am. Love for you to be there.
I got to get fitted for the fitted.
Heard that. Hey, look, man, appreciate everybody. They need to upgrade their cameras. ESPN did not show one replay.
But I'll say this: two things can be true. We may need to upgrade our cameras. That ain't got nothing to do with the replay.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, the replay comes through the replay comes through the board and
they just give us lazy production. That's all.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's just lazy production. That ain't got nothing to do with the cameras. The replay comes from the board. Like if you're working the board, then you can show any replay that you want. Now the argument could be, are we running the board through the jumbo screen in the vet? Right. If we're running the board through the jumbo screen, then we can easily show the replay. So the ESPN not showing the replay, that's on ESPN. That ain't on Jackson State.
Yeah, buddy. All right, everybody. That's it for tonight. Man, it's been a treat. Great segue. I know you guys enjoyed that. If you guys are tuned in and it's not live, we still appreciate you guys for tuning in and rocking with us, man. So good to see you, Miss Rochelle. We'll talk. Brother Seeley, as always, thank you for coming up and perspective. Don't forget November what for the runoff?
November 26th. November 26th. If you're in the Central Mississippi District or Central Mississippi counties, or if you know somebody living in those Central Mississippi counties, hit them up. Y'all online, y'all on social media and all that. Let folk know. We'll probably come back around the 19th just to give y'all a reminder. That's it. I'm going to get off the screen so you can say good night to all of the Tigers. But in part, you know what I got to say? I'm going to say it. Yes, you're right, Brother Trent. Vote Kitchens. Vote Kitchens on November 26th. And with that, I'm going to leave y'all like I always do. I love because I only love thee. I'll take
Peace out, everybody.
Hello, I'm Kevin Dent, Jackson State University, safety, Canton, Ohio. Today I'm being inducted to the Black College Hall of Fame. I want to give a shout out to KC-1400 Media Group for giving me this platform to introduce me to this stage. I'd like to thank them, thank Jackson State and Jackson State family. Go Tigers.
ShotRx is bringing healthcare to you. With our mobile health team, we can come to your school, church, or business to take care of you. We offer childhood immunizations, COVID and flu vaccinations, physicals, and much more. Don't put your health off. Welcome to Care and Compassion. Welcome to ShotRx.
Great day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that was huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.